right, folks, and we're back. As you see in your screen right now, if you're watching the live stream, you are seeing our top 16 drivers coming out on the track. These are the top 16 drivers of a hard-fought battle. They had to battle their way through qualifying, dealing with different gremlins in the cars. We've seen many breakdowns and other issues that the drivers have had. Then we had to see them battle their way through the top 64. And as that was not a testament of their skill and their car's ability to just hang on and just be able to weather that storm, they battled their way through the top 32. And what we have before us now, folks, are the top 16 drivers, folks. So from this point on, you're going to see battle after battle, intense battle after intense battle, and you're going to see these drivers giving it their all. And we just want to hope that all these cars are able to weather this storm, because all these drivers, they know how to push their cars up to the limit and well beyond. Folks, I'm just so glad that you guys are here with us. We're proud to announce this is round 4 of the Klutch Kickers Season 2 of the $100,000 Drift Series presented by Island Resort Hotel, as well as many other sponsors that we have. We have BC Racing out here, Grip Royal Steering Wheel, RTS, Tire Streets. We have Chase Bays out here. We have Kensei Wheels, Nitrous Outlet, Ignite Racing Fuel, Liquid Moly, Action Clutch, Cosmo Tires, ECU Masters, as well as many others to come, I'm sure. So we're very grateful to have you guys, and that you guys came back to join us for what is going to be some of the most exciting tandem battles in drifting this year. What do you think, Noel? What do you...
Wow, I mean, top 32 already was bringing on the heat. I mean, it was an intense top 32. I've never really experienced much like that so early on in the competition. So what is that going to bring for us in the top 16? These are the best drivers of the day out here, really about to battle it out. And it's the 4th round out of 5, so you know that the ones that are still in the championship race are gonna push. This is gonna be an absolute crazy competition. I'm excited. I'm sure the crowd is excited.
Absolutely, folks. If you guys are all out there watching, I want you guys to put your hands together, because I just want to give all these drivers as much appreciation and respect as they deserve, because they've made it here for a reason, because at this moment, they are the top 16 in the Klutch Kickers Round 4 $100,000 Drift Series Season 2. It's going to make for some interesting battles as we make our way down to the track, and we're going to go one by one and announce all these amazing drivers. All right, first up, we have the man. He is actually #1 for more than one reason. He's #1 at points. That's Mr. Alec Hunnadale. Give it up. ISR Performance. He is here to win it. Next up, we have Dustin Miles of Styles out here representing not just himself, but all the style he brings to this competition. And then next up, we have Mr. Hayden Cottrell fighting his way all the way up to the top 16, doing an awesome job in his 350Z. Next up, we have no stranger to competition, has his eyes on the podium, Mr. Randy Noah. Give it up for that purple people eater that he drives there. And next up, we have obviously no stranger in a beautiful Corvette here, sponsored by Oracle Racing. We have Dirk Stratton. Everybody give it up for Dirk Stratton. Thank you so much. All right, next up, another man is no stranger to competition here, Mr. Kevin Lawrence. Back at it again, here to take home the win. Put your hands together for Mr. Kevin Lawrence. Another man that has been working his way up through the ranks, coming back again and again, Mr. Lee Yearwood, Monster Performance out of Melbourne, Florida. Give it up. Here to throw down with all the big boys. Give it up for Mr. Lee Yearwood. And here we go, working our way through the top 16. Brandon McDowell throwing some aggressive entries. He's going to take that momentum, and he's looking to take home and take somebody out. All right, Mr. Brandon McDowell, give it up. And this man right here, no stranger. He is the man to watch, Mr. Taylor Hall, sponsored by Compcams, repping the CTSV Corvette, out here to take home a victory. All right, next up we have beautiful livery, one of my favorite liveries. Mr. Brandon Whitnick in the Icon livery, 240SX, here to take it home. Give it up for Mr. Brandon Whitnick. All right. And next up, we have, this man. I got to catch up with him earlier, and he is coming out of nowhere. Mr. Connor O'Sully coming here again. He's here to take a win. Give it up for Mr. Connor O'Sullivan. And here we go, working our way towards the end of the top 16. Andrew Maurer, extremely hard-fought battles, but he made his way through all the competitors to show everybody that he is here to win. Give it up for Andrew Maurer. All right, and this man right here, nobody can ever forget this man and how many battles he's won. Mr. Ben Julian in the Little Miata. He's here to take the top position away from Mr. Alec Hunnerdale. Can he do it? I guess we're going to find out. Ben Julian, thank you. And here we go. We have Tyler Berry. He's here, and he's here to take out the competition. He wants to take home that trophy and the money. Give it up for Mr. Tyler Berry. And here we go, Mr. Magic Mike. He's fought hard, he's driven far, but he is here to take home a win. Give it up for Mr. Magic Mike Pollard. And last up, this man has been taking out driver after driver, and he's here to get on the podium. Give it up for Mr. John Wyndham.
He's so chill.
He is very chill. Just relax like it's another day at the park. All right, folks. These are your top 16 drivers, and we are super excited to see all the intense battles, and we're just looking forward to just battle after battle as these drivers get ready to get in the pits and get their cars ready, get their competition, get in their competition mode, and just what a lineup we have today, folks.
Yeah, what a great lineup of drivers in the top 16. This is going to be an absolute rager of an event coming from here on out. These drivers are all out here to win it. So be ready for some crazy competition, guys. This is going to be a fun one.
And we're going to see some major, we could possibly see some major points shakeups here as these drivers head back to the pits. And I mean, you got Alec Hunnerdale versus Dustin Miles. Hayden Cottrell is going against Randy Noah. Dirk Stratton versus Kevin Lawrence. Lee Yearwood representing and going against Brandon McDowell. Working our way up to the right side of the bracket. Taylor Hole has got to go against Brandon Whitnick. Connor O'Sullivan going against Andrew Maurer. Ben Julian going against Tyler Berry. And then rounding out the bottom half of the top 16 will be Magic Mike Pollard versus John Wyndham. This is going to make for a very exciting round 4 of the Klutch Kickers $100,000 Drift Series. I want to thank everybody in attendance here, everybody that's supporting their drivers, those that are here. Be sure to keep your cameras on and just be ready to get some amazing footage as we see these battles proceed throughout the day.
And we're going to start the top 16 off with a heater with Alec Hunnerdale and Dustin Miles. I mean, this is going to be huge, 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 because Dustin Miles, you know, he's always been out there to prove himself. Alec Hunnerdale right now is the top of the top in the Klutch Kickers.
Looks like Brandon Whitnick's doing a little street takeover in the middle of Klutch Kickers.
Yeah, definitely. Both drivers actually did battle before. Alec Hunnerdale and Dustin Miles back in round 1.
Yep.
And Alec took the win for that battle, actually the final battle.
Oh, interesting,
Yeah,
interesting. So the last time they met, Alec Hunnerdale walked away victorious.
Yeah.
But overall, Alec Hunnerdale has 8 overall wins and only 3 overall losses in competition here at Klutch Kickers. Dustin Miles is going in to the top 16 with 7 overall wins and only 3 overall losses. These drivers are very evenly matched, so it's going to come down to driver versus driver and who is going to be on point and who's going to be on their A game today for sure.
Yeah, so this is gonna be something for Alec Hunnerdale to really pay attention to, because obviously he is number 1 in the points. He wants to stay there, but Dustin Miles, I don't see him going down so easily. So There's the top 16 lineup for you, all the battles right there. If you want to take a picture, that would be great. So
Take a picture or log in to Klutch Kickers because they do have a live bracket that's continually being updated. So you can go ahead and log on to Klutch Kickers and be updated as the day goes by. But I'll tell you what, I know right now who's going to be watching this first battle is going to be Mr. Ben Julian, because right now,
oh yeah,
if Dustin Miles can take out Alec Honadale, that's gonna do a lot for Mr. Ben Julian. He may be able to slide up in that first place position.
And there is a potential Alec Honadale and Ben Julian final.
That would be an amazing final. So
that would be crazy. Right. You know, so yeah. So the drivers are now, you know, getting ready, changing tires, fueling up, getting ready to go out into battle. And so there's going to be a little bit of a wait here. Hopefully not too long. But
well, one thing we know about Klutch Kickers is they run a tight ship. It's like a well-oiled machine, and we go from battle to battle, and we go from top 64 and the top 32, and now right here in the top 16, it's going to be all high-paced from this point on.
Absolutely, absolutely. What battle are you really looking forward to in this top 16 right now? Like, what two drivers are you like most excited to see battle each other?
Honestly, I am really looking forward to a Randy Noah and Alec Honadale rematch.
Oh, but well, I'm saying top 16.
Top 16. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking later on, but top 16 battle currently right now, I would probably have to say, that's a hard one.
I'll say mine, Taylor Hall and Brandon Whitnick. I think that's gonna be a crazy battle. Taylor Hall, obviously, with a crazy car, tons of horsepower, lots of grip, but Brandon Whitnick can make so much out of so little. I mean, his tandem battles have been insane today, so I think we're gonna really get a lot of entertainment value out of that right there.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna get a smoke show with the battle between Lee Yearwood and Brandon McDowell.
Oh,
I was just gonna say that to answer your question earlier, Noel, Lee Yearwood versus Brandon McDowell is going to be an anticipated battle because Lee Yearwood has been on fire lately, and every round he comes back stronger.
Yep.
And the angle he throws and the amount of smoke that he puts out. And Brandon McDowell has been throwing a ton of angle at initiation, being super aggressive, showing that he has a lot of style and a lot of experience behind the wheel. So Lee Yearwood and Brandon McDowell, I think that's going to be my favorite battle.
All right. So those are our favorite battles to look forward to. Of course, we're already starting off with a banger. Alec Honadale versus Dustin Miles. And Alec Honadale already at the line, ready to do battle in his battle wagon.
Battle wagon. That car does look like it has a mohawk, the way he has
it's got a Roman helmet on.
Got a Roman helmet, yeah. He's ready for battle for sure. And there's a good close look at the dirt that we have on the track. This track is phenomenal. If you have never been here, I highly encourage you to come check it out for yourself, because watching it on the live stream is one thing, but being here is a whole nother ball game, because you can actually see the elevation change. But here we go. Zach looks like he's giving them the thumbs up. Both drivers locked and loaded, ready to go. Alec Honadale going to lead. Dustin Miles going to get chased. Dustin Miles almost right there with them as they make their way into the entering zone, and they make their way through the first outer zone. Dustin Miles right on the door almost of Alec Honadale, make their way into the touch and go. Alec is nice and easy to that touch and go. And here we go. Dustin Miles going to serve force for the attack right in front of the judges as they make their way through the second outer zone. Wow, look at that smoke cloud, but there we go. Dustin popping right through that cloud of smoke of Alec Honadale as they make their way through the third and final outer zone. What an amazing lead run, and what a way to start this top 16 battle.
Yeah, absolutely. Dustin Miles not going down without a fight. I mean, that was an incredible chase. Of course, Alec Honadale always putting down the incredible lead runs that he's always been doing all day, all weekend. That's why he's your #1 qualifier and #1 in points currently. But look at this right here through outer zone 2. You can see Alec Honadale, perfect line around outer zone 2. But there's Dustin Miles transitioning together. There is Alec Honadell all the way on the edge of the track. Dustin Miles does get left behind a little bit, but throughout the rest of the track, he was very strong.
But folks, what if you get a chance to watch that again, you got to watch how Dustin Miles transitions behind Alec Honadell. But here we go. Now it's Alec Honadell's time. Turn to put pressure on Dustin Miles, and he does. He's almost touching his car as he makes his way through the first outer zone into the touch and go. Look at the smoke coming out from Dustin Miles' car as he makes his way into the second outer zone. And there it is, Alec diving in for the attack as he makes his way through the second outer zone into the third and final outer zone. Look at that, door to door, almost putting his tire right on Dustin Miles' door. Wow.
My goodness. I mean, it's just like, man, how is Alec Honadell gonna match what Dustin Miles did in the chase? And there he goes, and there it is. He just goes all over Dustin Miles. Look at the initiation, nice early initiation. There's Alec Honadell through the first outer zone. Filling it out is Dustin Miles. Dustin Miles could have been a little bit closer to the touch and go there. And then here we go, filling out outer zone 2 is both drivers. In fact, Alec Honadell staying on the same line as Dustin Miles without losing any ground.
Look at that, almost parallel together all the way through the third final outer zone. One thing I will point out is Dustin Miles was pretty far off that inside clip coming out of outer zone number 1. I mean, he was a good car length or so away, so it's going to be interesting to see how that plays in the eyes of the judges.
Yep. So we're the judges definitely do not have an easy decision to make here. I don't know. I mean, I kind of have an answer in my head, but you know how it is. The
keep
judges,
it to yourself.
Yeah, keep it to yourself. The judges there, as you can see, they're up in the booth, their heads all down, looking at the screen, trying to watch the replays, analyze the runs. You got Will Parsons on the left, Officer Dan Brockett in the middle, and Mr. Dwayne Ramsey on the right. All working hard, working diligently to make sure they make the right call. Wow. What a way to start off the top 16.
Yeah, this top 16 presented by BC Racing Coilovers is already starting. I mean, we've been saying it's going to be intense.
It's going to be intense, and Dustin Miles does such a great job in the chase position. When he came past the touch and go, he transitioned where we usually say is a danger zone, but Dustin Miles, I've seen Dustin Miles attack in that area right between the touch and go and right before the start of the second outer zone. He just finds a way to be able to attack there and make it work every time, just coming inches away from the car in front of him. Dustin Miles, amazing chase driver. Yeah,
he has it figured out, and he knows every inch of his car, so it's impressive to see a driver that can do such incredible feats like that. Judges still deliberating. This is not an easy one, that's for sure.
Seems to be the growing trend as we move further along in the bracket of this round 4 of the Klutch Kickers $100,000 Drift Series, sponsored by BC Racing. Amongst many other sponsors out here, we want to thank everybody for coming out here and making that long trek up here to Holt, Florida, right around the corner from Fort Walton Beach. If you've never been up in the Panhandle, got beautiful beaches. There's a lot to do around here, so it's definitely a good chance to get away with the family, plan a weekend. Maybe you guys come out to the final round of Klutch Kickers Season 2 $100,000 Drift Series.
I can say this, when the decisions are taking longer and longer to take, it's because the driving is getting better and better between both drivers that are on track. It's definitely incredible when you have two drivers that are at this level just put on a show like that. It's like you almost want to say one more time automatically just to see it again.
Right, but the only thing, like I said, looking back at the replay, the only thing I can nitpick between the two drivers is Dustin Miles did a great job of filling out that first outer zone in the lead position, but he was way off that inside clip.
Yeah, and the touch and go as well.
And the touch and go, he was off the touch and go, whereas Alec in the lead position, he was able to fill the outer zone and come in tight on that inside clip and fill out that touch and go as well. So it could come down to just those minute differences between the two lead drivers, because both had phenomenal chase runs.
Yeah, but if we are going to talk about chase runs, Alec Honadell, in my opinion, I mean, just all over Dustin Miles. There was one point where Alec Honadell looked like he reduced a little angle, but I mean, it's such close proximity. It's just really tough to, keep that up anyway. But he did such a great job, really putting the pressure on Dustin Miles there. But Dustin Miles, no slouch.
You know, and I'm just thinking about, my mind's just, I can't wrap my head around that. We're not going to, we don't see. There's 2 drivers in the top 16 that we didn't see in the opening ceremony. Those 2 drivers being Taylor Ray and Adam LZ, which almost always you see him in the top 16. Well, maybe not so much. I know Taylor Ray did have a rough start in the beginning of the season. Round 1, he had mechanical issues, taking him out of round 1 almost completely with no points. And then the second round, he had some similar issues, but was able to get some points. Round 3. Coming through with a first place finish was phenomenal. So he was able to gain some points and work his way up the ladder. But now today, to see him getting taken out is a shame.
Alec Honadale gets the win.
Alec Honadale gets the win. All right, folks. Well, hard-fought battle. Unfortunately, Mr. Dustin Miles of Styles was just not enough to edge out Mr. Alec Honadale. Alec Honadale will be moving in through the top 8 battles. Unfortunately, Dustin Miles, he'll have to come back next time and try it in round 5. And I know he'll be back bigger and better next round.
Yep, and now coming onto the track, we have Hayden Cottrell in the burnout box versus Randy Noah waiting there to get into the burnout box. Hayden Cottrell placed 24th in qualifying, and Randy Noah placed 25th. So this is going to be a very fierce battle. Both drivers qualifying very similarly. So let's see. I mean, I think this is going to be one of the better battles of the day. Only
1 spot away. Randy Noah qualifying just underneath Hayden Cottrell, so it's going to be a hard-fought battle. Both drivers very equally matched. Randy Noah, no stranger to competition. Randy Noah has his sights. I'm sure he wants that rematch, I guess, against Alec Honadale.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, right now he's got to get past Hayden Cottrell in that ECM 350Z, and let's see how this works. Let's see if he can do it.
And they're off.
Yeah, man, here we go. Hayden Cottrell going to lead. Randy Noah going to give chase. Randy almost right at the back bumper of Hayden as they go into the initiation. Randy trying to stick it right to him as they worked away. Shallow on his angle, but able to keep that proximity, taking out that inside clip. Hayden nice and deep into that touch and go, but Randy right on his back bumper as they work their way through the second outer zone. And as they go through the final transition and flick it into the third final outer zone, there you go. Randy trying to surge forward and get that front bumper on the door of Mr. Hayden Cottrell, doing a great job of maintaining proximity almost all the way through the course, maybe faltering, sacrificing a little bit of angle in that first outer zone, though.
Yeah, I did see that as well, where we're going to see it actually right here in the BC Racing replay. Initiating pretty early, especially for cars of those horsepower levels compared to some of the pro cars. You can see Randy Noah a little low on angle, even coming through touch and go, that he was a little low. But this is where he starts pouring it on through outer zone 2. Very nice lead line by Hayden Cottrell, and Randy Noah just sticking it to him right there. And this is outer zone 3, where Hayden will actually a puff of dust coming off of the back of his car there, probably from dropping a tire. Randy Noah sticking it to him there.
Yeah, well, let's see as they change roles. It's going to be Randy's turn to lead. Hayden is going to give chase. Hayden doesn't want to give even an inch to Randy as they go down the track. They both initiate. Hayden kind of far back, trying to cut that line as they work their way through the first outer zone. Still about a car or so distance in between the two of them. He's going to want to reel Randy in deep into that touch and go. Beautiful job as he works into the toe. What happened there? Hayden dropping back as Randy right in that outside line, doing a great job maintaining a good line in his lead position here. Unfortunately, Hayden, I'm not really too sure what happened there, but he had a major correction.
Yeah, it seemed as if like he fell off really hard through outer zone 2. Through the touch and go area. Let's see what happens here. Nice initiation, real nice and early. Randy's wide, kind of cuts in a little bit, then goes back out to try to fill out outer zone 1. Good on the inner clip. Amazing job by Randy in the touch and go. Here we go through. Oh, there's a tire drop by Hayden Cottrell in outer zone 2 right there. I think that's what happened, where he fell back really hard, and then this is the exclamation point to the whole run, where Randy just pulled away.
Wow, it almost looks like Hayden just threw too much into that transition, and just almost flicked himself right off the road there as he went too deep into the second outer zone. So right now, as far as major mistakes, I would say that Not even all that major from what we've seen today. But now in the top 16, even a little mistake is going to be a major mistake for these drivers. In order for them to move on, they're going to have to be on their A game and not make any mistakes.
Yeah, it almost seems as if like he transitioned hard and wanted to maintain his speed without sacrificing the line to catch up to Randy, and I think that bit him a little bit there. So I don't know. The judges.
Randy Noah.
Randy Noah gets the win, folks. Randy Noah is going to move into the top 8. Oh, unfortunately, that little mistake there for Hayden Cottrell in the second outer zone might have been too much for him to overcome Mr. Randy Noah. So, unfortunately, Hayden Cottrell is going to call it a weekend. Mr. Randy Noah is going to get his rematch versus Alec Honadale. And I'll tell you right now, if there's one battle you want to stay tuned for, it's going to be that one, because that has already been one of my all-time favorite battles here at Klutch Kickers. But next up, we have Dirk Stratton going against Kevin Lawrence. Dirk Stratton, well, he's sitting on 6 overall wins and 3 overall losses. Kevin Lawrence just edging him out in overall wins by 7 overall wins in the Klutch Kickers series and only 3 overall losses. So very evenly matched if you're looking at the stats. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, last time these gentlemen did battle was the last round, and Kevin Lawrence took the win.
So there you have it.
On top 16.
Oh, in top 16. So this is their meeting once again.
Yeah, and both of these drivers are very impressive. I mean, both former pro drivers here, and these cars are very well suited to their driving style. So I really expect to see fireworks on track pretty much. It's going to be exciting.
So as Kevin Lawrence pulls up to the line, Dirk Stratton's going to give chase. They look over at each other, and so we meet again, they say to each other, getting ready to do battle here in the top 16. Dirk Stratton going to lead, and here we go. Kevin Lawrence trying to get a little bit of a rolling start, try to keep that gap as minimal as possible as they go into the initiation, and he does, almost right on the side door of Dirk Stratton. Kevin Lawrence showing how impressive his driving skill is as he's able to stick it almost to the door through the first outer zone. Fall back a little bit, but gaining that ground back up as he makes it through the second outer zone. Dirk Stratton putting down a commanding lead run, but there we go. Kevin Lawrence poking through the smoke, making his way through the third and final outer zone. Great job by both drivers.
Yeah, excellent lead run by Dirk Stratton there, but of course we have Kevin Lawrence just following.
Yep, just following him there, but doing a great job.
So here we go through the replay for the BC Racing replay. What a great line by Dirk Stratton all the way out, filling outer zone 1. But there's Kevin Lawrence. Touch and go by Dirk Stratton. Excellent as well. I mean, up to now, it's been a perfect lead run by Dirk Stratton. There we have a little bobble from Kevin Lawrence, but he is trying to keep proximity throughout the entire course and does a good job of that. This is a very hard-fought battle, and I expect to see Kevin Lawrence really throw on a very similar lead run.
Those little corrections can make all the difference as they make their way down track. Dirk Stratton right there behind Kevin Lawrence as they enter, and Dirk Stratton within half a car of Kevin Lawrence. Kevin Lawrence going really wide, dropping a tire, coming back in, almost pinching off Dirk Stratton as they come through that inside clip, getting in through the touch and go into the second outer zone. Kevin Lawrence looked like he dropped the tire again. Dirk just trying to stay there right behind him as they make their way into the third and final outer zone. Wow, Kevin able to pull away a little bit at the end there. But how good was Kevin Lawrence's line in the lead position compared to Dirk Stratton? That's the question I'd like to see those side by side.
Yeah, honestly, though, Dirk Stratton's lead run on his on the lead run, he was perfect. But this is where we're going to see a few mistakes from Kevin Lawrence. As you can see, he starts to try to fill out outer zone 1 a little late, but drops the tire through there. He's off of touch and go through there. But then right here, another tire drop. And then this is where we'll see a mistake from Dirk Stratton. Too much angle through there, has to transition late, and that allows Kevin Lawrence to pull away. So a better lead run by Dirk Stratton, maybe a better chase run by Kevin Lawrence. Yeah,
it's interesting. You know, if you haven't been to the Emerald Coast Dragway and witnessed the Klutch Kickers event in person, especially if you have never driven here, you don't really... The elevation change, though it's not drastic elevation change, there is an elevation change. Coming out of the second outer zone, you'll see drivers, they use different methods in order to slow down as they go through the transition into the third outer zone. And it looked like Dirk Stratton was trying to use that extra angle to slow himself down as to not surge forward into Kevin Lawrence's door, but it just looked like Kevin Lawrence was able to maintain that speed. And so when Dirk Stratton did that little flick, Kevin Lawrence just had that momentum going down.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a mistake by Dirk Stratton. I mean, I think he would have definitely sealed it up if he wouldn't have made that mistake, but this is definitely a decision.
And is it really all a mistake? Like, when you think of mistakes a lot of times.
Dirk Stratton gets the win.
There you go.
There
Folks
it is.
have it. Dirk Stratton gets the win. Dirk Stratton going into the top 8. Put your hands together for Mr. Kevin Lawrence and Dirk Stratton. Unfortunately, Kevin Lawrence is going to have to call it a weekend, but not before making it his way into the top 16. He will walk away with $400 today, so that's good news for all the drivers that are in the top 16. But Dirk Stratton, he's going to advance on to the top 8, and he's going to go against the winner of Lee Yearwood and Brandon McDowell.
Yeah, Lee Yearwood, Brandon McDowell. Lee Yearwood qualifying 13th, Brandon McDowell qualifying 4th. I will say this about Brandon McDowell: his entries into the initiations are just impressive.
He's had some of the most aggressive entries today.
Oh, absolutely. And I've been watching him for a while, and he's been doing this consistently throughout the events. But today he's really got that combined with consistent driving with his aggressive entries, and I think that's really paying off. But he's going up against a competitor in Lee Yearwood that is always increasingly improving himself every round, and I think he's really going to put up a fight this time against Brandon McDowell.
And we've known Lee Yearwood for many years, back when he was driving the pickup truck S13. You remember those days?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Right.
That.
So he's been in the game for a long time, and he's been coming back stronger and stronger every time, taking a big rolling start. Oh my goodness! That may have. Let's see if Lee Yearwood can hold it together. Took a major rolling head start as Brandon McDowell initiates, pouring on the smoke. Lee Yearwood able to hold it together. And, man, Brandon McDowell just making it look so easy as he works his way into the second outer zone, keeping it nice and wide, pouring out the smoke. Where's Lee Yearwood? There he is, right coming through the smoke into the third and final outer zone. Doing a great job. I have to say that I thought Lee Yearwood made a major mistake, and it was just going to totally blow it.
Yeah.
But he was able to keep it going.
But
oh boy,
that was a preview of things to come. That was a restart.
Oh boy.
Oh, restart.
Oh boy. Yeah, I saw the hand movement there for restart, and that's very unfortunate, especially on a car like Brandon McDowell's, where it will blow right through the tires.
Yeah,
so,
and that's the thing when it comes down to these starts. So there is a light, and I'm not sure exactly what happened in this situation, but whatever did happen, it warranted a restart. So there's different things that can happen. If the lead driver sleeps at the light, the Klutch Kickers, they changed everything up. Where they used to do the hand drop, and a lot of times what they did is they would allow the lead drivers to pause for a second before they took off down the strip because they were using a hand drop. Well, when they brought in the light system, what they did is they told the drivers, when that light is on, if you're a lead driver, if that light comes on, you need to go. But they're allowing the chase driver to do a roll start. So it's unclear to me right now exactly what warrants the restart, but I'm sure we're going to get word as soon as possible. So here we go. Revisiting this second run, top 16. Brandon McDowell going to lead. Lee Yearwood going to get chased, and there they go. There you go. Lee Yearwood almost side by side. Brandon McDowell always aggressive on the entry. Look at the angle he throws as he goes through the first outer zone. Lee Yearwood's going to try to catch up on his door as they make their way into the touch and go. Doing a great job, and there Lee Yearwood. He's coming in for the attack in the second outer zone. Brandon putting down a smoke show as he makes his way and flicks it right in, and there Lee Yearwood pops up out of the smoke, but not quite as close as he was in the last run. So it's very interesting to see how things change there, because unfortunately Lee Yearwood had a pretty good lead run even on this one, but we could pick that one apart, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. You could see that Brandon McDowell had a very aggressive entry, as he always does. Beautiful amount of angle, but does not fill outer zone 1. Gets to the inner clip, a little shallow right there on the touch and go. He didn't make it all the way out. Gets into outer zone 2 a little late, but Lee Yearwood is right there trying to apply the pressure, but cannot get that super close either. Great lead run, lead line by Brandon McDowell there through outer zone.
Lee Yearwood cutting the track there, outer zone number 3, but Lee Yearwood did an amazing job sticking with Brandon McDowell through the touch and go.
It's very easy for somebody to get lost in Brandon McDowell's smoke.
Absolutely.
And the fact that Lee Yearwood was able to maintain enough proximity to not get lost.
Absolutely. Well, now they switch positions. Looks like Brandon using a very similar tactic that Lee Yearwood did when he was in a chase position, and they make their way down the track. Yep, Lee Yearwood going to initiate, and away they go. Lee Yearwood throwing a good amount of angle, getting on the throttle now as he comes through outer zone number, getting nice and tight on the inside clip, flicking it into the touch and go, not as deep as it could have been. But there we go, Brandon surging forward as he attacks in outer zone number 2. He is cutting the track as he makes his way through there, but was able to pick up a lot of proximity along the way. Lee Yearwood making his way through the third and final outer zone. Wow. Oh. A very, very good battle there.
Yeah. It seemed to me that Lee Yearwood did not have as good of a line overall as Brandon McDowell, as we're going to see here in the BC Racing replay. Nice early entry. Good amount of angle, but does not get all the way out to the first outer zone. Does well, actually hits the inner clip, does not make it out to the touch and go. There it comes. Brandon McDowell with a crazy chase through outer zone 2. Decent line for Lee Yearwood, but this is where it looks really bad. Just doesn't make it all the way out. But there is Brandon McDowell putting on the pressure.
Yep, and if you're watching the live stream and you're looking at drone footage, one thing you want to do take note is the beginning of the outer zones. We have 3 outer zones. The second outer zone is the beginning outer zone is marked with a cone.
I'm getting word it's one more time.
One more time.
Ooh.
There you have it. Well, the judges don't want to leave anything up to chance. They want to make sure they have a clear defined winner. But there you have it. They're going to go one more time. Already our first one more time battle we have going into the top 16.
Very interesting there. Let's see what happens now. We're going to be moving on to Taylor Hall versus Brandon Wicknick. I think this is going to be one of those battles to really look out for, because these two drivers, even though they're in very different cars, they definitely bring something special to the table when it comes to these competitions. Taylor Hall qualifying in 3rd place and Brandon Wicknick in 14th. Brandon Wicknick put on a clinic against, I believe it was it Connor O'Sullivan?
Yeah. But I will tell you that it is a testament to Taylor Hall and his crew and his car, because he's got to go to compete in Formula Drift next weekend.
Yeah.
And he did the same thing last round. He competed in Klutch Kickers and went right into Formula Drift. And that car's been holding together, and it's just giving him that extra competitive seat time that hopefully gives him the edge when he goes to battle it out in Formula Drift.
Yeah, and it's not around the corner that he has to go to. He's got to go to St. Louis. So I mean, it's a nice little drive out there.
A little drive, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. So, and I believe the next round, round 5 of the Klutch Kickers series, $100,000 drift series, is right before Irwindale. So is he going to bring the Cadillac out here and then go to Irwindale?
That's dedication, I'll tell you.
Because that's across the country.
I guess it's going to depend on how he does today, because he is 6th in the points and he's making his way into this top 16. If he makes his way and he podiums today, if he doesn't show up for the 5th round, he could basically forfeit his win, depending on how the points works out today.
Yep. So very interesting story there that we will continue in round 5. But right now, Taylor Hall in the Comp Cam's Cadillac ATS-V, going up against Brandon Wicknick in that 1JZ S13.
All right, and here they go. Wow, look at there, throwing a lot of angle into the first outer zone. Getting deep, drop the tires. Oh my goodness. Wow, Brandon Wicknick got to hold together. Oh, passing. What is going on here? What is going on here? Taylor Hall very uncharacteristically dropping tires. He's got a flat or something. Yeah, you may want to wave him down and let him know that he needs to just take it easy. Yeah, we don't want to damage the track, and we don't have to clean up anything we don't have to. But wow, what happened there?
Yeah, it seemed like Oh, maybe that dirt drop
DB'd his tire.
DB'd the tire. That's a big possibility. And then right there, loss of grip. Look at all the clay that came out from under the car from that DB'd.
Wow.
What a shame, but I mean, it's...
Well, we were just talking about there is no telling what can happen. If Taylor Holt gets taken out here against Brandon Whitnick, I mean, Taylor Ray and Taylor Holt, I mean, they're both going to... I think it'll give Taylor Holt the advantage in the points a little bit because of qualifying. But other than that, it's going to be Andrew Maurer versus Brandon Whitnick. I did not have that one picked.
Me neither. I mean, this is absolute insanity. Taylor Hall was definitely looking like he was the man to beat today with these crazy lead runs and just the power and grip of that car.
Consistency. What Taylor Holt brings to Klutch Kickers in competition is his consistency of throwing amazing lead runs, amazing chase runs down over and over, and not really having any mechanical failures, really.
Yeah, so... This is allowing, actually, Alec Honadell and Ben Julian to kind of run away with everything because everybody from 3rd place all the way to 7th is knocked out.
Hey,
what?
What can we see on the screen?
Oh, is that the Passionate Pat by the start line or by the finish line?
Yes, indeed.
Look at that. There's Passionate Pat by the finish line. Got his hands in his pocket, checking his hat, making sure his hair is looking good. That's the passion right there. Passionate man. Passionate Pat.
A majestic man right there.
Majestic man. We got a chance to catch up with Passionate Pat Gooden on our video podcast that we have on our YouTube channel, Drift Sessions. You guys check it out. You get to see several interviews. Over there we can see Liquid Molly. Guys, say hello. Over to the camera. You guys have been supporting Klutch Kickers for a long time. We're very thankful. We want you guys to go over to Liquid Molly, check them out, ask them for advice on motor oil and additives. They're full of information, and a lot of these cars run Liquid Molly. So definitely a choice oil for many drifters and motorsports alike.
Yeah. So as I was saying before, 3rd through 7th in the championship coming into this weekend are knocked out. And the difference coming into the weekend from Ben Julian to Dirk Stratton is a lot of points. So 169 to 134, you're looking at about 35-point difference right there.
So it's on Alec Honadale and Ben Julian to run away with the championships. Maybe everybody else just battling for 3rd.
Well, you never know. Dirk Stratton might be able to pull off an incredible feat.
Oh, and look, we have here, is that Brandon Whitnick. Looks like he's on
a buy run.
Is that the second half of the run?
Yes.
Interesting.
That is confirmed.
So there you go. Brandon Whitnick getting his buy run. Unfortunately, Taylor Holt is going to have to. He's going to have to pack his bags, and I'm sure he's going to try to head out of here because he's got a long haul. He's got his hands full with Formula Drift next weekend. He's got to make sure there's not much damage to that car, get it fixed, repaired, and get on the road and get over to Formula Drift for the next round.
Oh yeah, and I mean, wreaking havoc on the championship. This is this is absolutely crazy. But as I was saying, Dirk Stratton can make a push, and mistakes can be made by Alec Honadell and Ben Julian. Of course, I'm not wishing that on them, but anything can happen here at Klutch Kickers $100,000 Drift Series. This is absolute craziness. He is still in the running for the championship. Dustin Miles was also knocked out, which he was sitting in 9th. Rome Charpentier did not make it to this round, and Kevin Lawrence, that was sitting in 11th, was also knocked out. Actually, coming into this round, all those guys actually had a mathematical opportunity to make the championship. But we'll see what comes up.
Math? I don't want to hear about math.
Next.
But anyhow, we have some more exciting battles, and I want to go ahead and announce what are the prizes for today. Already, these top 16 drivers are already getting $400 just for making it into the top 16. 5th place is going to receive $500. 4th place is going to receive $1,000. 3rd place is going to receive $3,500. 2nd place, $5,000. And 1st place today will walk away with a check for $10,000 for round 4 of the Klutch Kickers $100,000 Drift Series, sponsored by Grip Royal. Also presenting the first, second, and 3rd place winners with the steering wheel as well.
All right, so up on the line now, Connor O'Sullivan going up against Andrew Maurer. Connor O'Sullivan qualifying 22nd, Andrew Maurer 27th. This is going to be a really interesting battle because obviously we've mentioned this before, but Connor O'Sullivan, not that many years of experience in drifting.
I don't think a year, like barely a year.
But very experienced in competition.
He is no stranger to the likes of competition in motorsports, using that prior experience to his advantage here as he makes his way down the track in the lead position. Connor O'Sullivan's going to initiate. Andrew Maurer, whoa! Connor O'Sullivan bringing it in hot, unfortunately, looping it upon entry. Andrew Maurer going to move into the second half of this battle with the advantage. Wow, does that come down? Did he fling it too hard? Did he drop a tire? Did he get the jitters? Was he excited? What happened?
I couldn't tell you, but I mean, it was very uncharacteristic of Connor to do that because we've been watching him for the last couple of rounds, and he has always been a very impressive driver, especially considering the lack of drifting experience that he's had. But, I mean, this is a huge advantage for Andrew Maurer. Andrew Maurer taking out some giants today. I mean, he did take out number 4 in points, Nate Hamilton,
yes,
to reshape the championship points here. So let's see what happens when they switch positions. Is Connor's car okay? It could also be another issue.
Yeah, now, Andrew, you may say he does have some pressure on him, but he may have it easy because he's not going to have to worry about following behind Connor. He can go ahead and throw down a solid lead run. As long as he throws down a solid lead run, he doesn't have to be on fire. He doesn't have to fill out every zone perfectly. He's already got the advantage.
Agreed.
So he basically just needs to make it through the track without spinning, going off course, or any other craziness that we have seen happen. And here we go. Connor trying to get a roll start as they make their way down. And Andrew Maurer kind of cutting in front of Connor as they make their way through. Oh, kind of not the nicest entry there from Andrew Maurer, but Connor straightening out on entry as well. Makes his way through. Connor spinning it. Oh, man.
Yeah. I wonder if there's something up with the alignment or something is up with that car.
I don't know. Connor, I don't think we've seen him spin out twice this whole weekend.
Yeah, that's very odd. But it does seem that everybody has the answer to what it's going to be at the end here.
Well, we'll see, because Andrew Maurer did have a kind of a wonky entry.
He did. But did he lose angle? I think he maintained it.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Taylor Hall coming up.
Yeah, there you go. See Taylor Hall walking back to the pits there.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Mr. Taylor Hall. But let's see if there's anything that comes up between Andrew Maurer and Connor O'Sullivan. I mean, this is...
Oh, I'm kind of interested. I saw Taylor Hall hand a piece of paperwork to the gentleman at the line there. I wonder what is going on there. We'll see how that progresses. Right now, just trying to get a winner between Mr. Andrew Maurer and Connor O'Sullivan. We'd like to say Andrew Maurer might walk away with this, but you know, you never can tell.
Yeah, the judges always find the one little piece of information that's relevant to the entire battle, and it's just it can go crazy. And again, we're talking about Connor spinning out on entry on the first run and then spinning out again.
Yeah, hold on, we got some news.
Yeah, we just got to make sure anybody that's out there on the track, do not sit on the barriers, please, for everyone's safety. Do not sit on the barriers.
All right, folks, make sure you get off the barriers. We cannot proceed on if you guys are going to hang on the barriers, so stay off the barriers. It's for your own safety in order to have a safe event and just be here to enjoy your favorite drivers and root them on. Just go ahead and do me a favor. Just get behind the barriers. Not on the barriers, but behind the barriers. Thank you.
Okay, so still deliberating. Something definitely happened in this battle that the judges have not come up with a decision yet.
May not be as clear cut as what we originally thought.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we'll see what's going to happen here. And there you see Mr. Zach. He is one of the he's one of the backbones of this Klutch Kickers series.
Yeah.
Doing more than just making sure the event goes smoothly. So much behind the scenes that is required to make this event happen. It looks like he's going to go up there and talk to the judges for a little bit, while we are waiting for a response from the judges. I want to go ahead and thank our sponsors. We want to thank the Island Resort Hotel. Like I said, we're getting close to party time, folks. We are getting close to the after party. Look up the Island Resort Hotel and come check everybody out. Get to rub elbows and hang out with the judges, the drivers, and the staff as we're gonna hang out on the beach and have a couple mojitos possibly as we make our way down to the Island Resort Hotel.
By the way, one more time between both of these competitors, Andrew Maurer and Connor O'Sullivan.
Wow.
Wow.
So we're getting a one more time battle between Andrew Maurer and Connor O'Sullivan. That is interesting.
All right, so carry on. Sorry.
So, like I was saying before, we want to thank BC Racing Coilovers for sponsoring the Klutch Kickers $100,000 Drift Series. Chase Bays as well, coming on board to sponsor Klutch Kickers. Drift HQ, always around, always supportive in drifting everywhere. Grip Royal, Ignite Racing Fuel, Nitrous Outlet, RTS Race Tech Services, Kensei Wheels, Tire Streets, Action Clutch, Liquid Molly. And we just want to thank all of these sponsors for coming out here and just backing up or backing Klutch Kickers and helping us make the event what it is today.
Okay.
But folks, we're going to go, just hang tight. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a commercial and we'll be right back. Nice and wide. Alec known to fill the zones where he's supposed to put the car where it needs to be. Yeah, what do you guys think?
So that you guys can come out and win 20 grand a round. Yeah, it's a lot of work. We are the boys.
Ballin' since I was a kid, but before Oakland and filming the skits, I had to go to get rich. I broke down, can't fix that shit. I cried that night, I admit that shit. I'm too old, I with that bitch. She left me alone, but I'm just that bitch. She still right now, I hit that bitch. She on me, but they think I switch. Fuck old friends, I don't know that bitch. Drink so big, can't hold that shit. Can't get on when I hold this shit.
Nice and wide. Alec known to fill the zones where he's supposed to put the car where it needs to be. Yeah, what do you guys think?
What's your opinion on E36s?
It's the superior chassis.
Hey everyone, this is Michael Castleberry here, owner of Klutch Kickers. I just wanted to reach out to everybody and say thank you for watching, thank you for coming out, thank you for supporting all of us here at Klutch Kickers. You know, we built this track, we built this series for the drivers, and it's been so much fun. And we really appreciate everybody and everybody wanting to give back and everybody wanting to support all of us. And all we're doing is taking that support and passing it along to the drivers. We have drivers this weekend from all over the country, all over the world. We got a couple guys here from Brazil this weekend, and we have just grown each and every event. You know, my wife and I, we work the front gate. I just finished cooking about 20 hamburgers and 20 hot dogs and stuff for all of our volunteers and support staff here. You know, this is family owned, family operated, and I think when you come to these events and you watch these events, you'll see from the top down, it's all about us caring about our team and our drivers. So again, from the bottom of our hearts here at Klutch Kickers and all of our team, we thank you for your support and we appreciate you.
All right, here with Adam LZ. Adam, how's the car feeling?
Not good.
Not good. Why? What's going on?
Just a lot of little mechanical issues that we got to sort, but we're doing our best to just get through practice.
All right, well, you're always exciting to watch, and we really are rooting for you. We've seen the bracket. You're definitely one of our top contenders that we see going up there, so hopefully the car handles together. How does the track feel today?
I did one lap. Felt good. So.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let you get back to practice, and I know you're a busy man. Thank you for your time. Can I squeeze in a couple questions while you're in your car? Okay, thank you so much. We're trying not to bother anybody, but yeah, no, I know it's not. People want to see you, so it's like, let me know when you're ready.
I've been ready.
All right, we're here with Ben Julian. He's practicing. Ben, how's the car feel today?
Car feels great today. It's awesome.
Yeah. How's the track feeling? Hopefully we don't get any rain.
The tracks feel...
Connor O'Sully, Tim Murphy with Drift Sessions. Connor, what brings you out here today?
We just came out to throw some laps down. We were planning on bringing the E46. We ended up bringing the S14. It was all together. Just trying to lay some good laps down and see what we can do.
All right, good deal. So I noticed after the last time I saw you, I started seeing stuff going up for sale. Started selling stuff. What happened?
Started selling bikes. I was doing a lot of stunt riding, and I'm trying to really get into drifting. Just trying to get rid of some of the bikes and put some money into the drift cars and change some things around, do some upgrades.
And so those of you that don't know Connor, how long have you been drifting for?
I I think I bought the car in late December of this year, so what are we at, 7 months?
7 months. So that just goes to show that if you have dedication and you really love it, because I could tell he's got the bug, you're going to be out to shredding today. So how do you feel about today's competition?
I'm excited. It should be good. I think we should do pretty well. Hopefully we get into the top 32, see what we can do.
All right, anybody in particular you're really excited to go up against on your side of the bracket?
Yeah, Taylor Ray. If I win the top 64, I go against Taylor Ray in the top 32, which is awesome because, I mean, he kills it. He's sicking at me out. He lays it down, so I'm pretty excited for that.
Noel Garcia here with Drift Sessions. We're here at round 4 of Klutch Kickers $100,000 Drift Series here at Emerald Coast Dragway. I am here with Devin, the crazy man, Crazy. How's it going, Devin? How are you doing? This is your first time here at Klutch Kickers. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. It's a little hot, right? But I'm used to that. You know, I live in the Carolinas. I'm feeling pretty good. You know, the track is a lot different than what I'm used to driving. It's pretty tight and technical, a little bumpy. The entry is super tough because you have to commit to it super hard. And if you don't commit, you're not getting all the way out and it messes up the whole rest of the track. So it's a little tough, but you know, I'm really enjoying it. It's a good experience for sure.
Welcome everybody. Tim Murphy with Drift Sessions. I'm here with Renato Garcia all the way from Brazil. So we're working with what's your name, sir?
Chris.
With Chris, he's going to help us facilitate this interview here. Renato, can you tell us what brings you here today?
O que te traz aqui hoje?
Tô procurando evoluir cada vez mais no esporte e aqui eu acho que tem uma grande oportunidade.
He's trying to evolve himself on a sport, and he saw this as a big opportunity for him.
So what experience do you have, and how long have you been drifting?
Quanto tempo você está fazendo drift e qual a sua experiência?
2 anos e lá no Brasil já corro profissionalmente.
About 2 years, and he runs as a professional down in Brazil on the series.
What got you into drifting?
O que te trouxe você pro drift?
Acho que a adrenalina, né?
The adrenaline.
Prior to drifting, was he involved in any other type of motorsports or extreme sports?
Antes do drift, você era envolvido em algum tipo de esporte, alguma coisa assim?
Sim, bike, moto, arrancadas, tudo.
He said like bikes, motorcycles, everything. He do like street bikes.
So he's an adrenaline junkie is basically what you're saying. So that's good to see. Those are the kind of drivers that we love, especially here at Klutch Kickers, because they put on the best show for the audience. Tell us a little bit about how you found out about Klutch Kickers.
Como é que você soube sobre o Klutch Kickers?
É um evento bem comentado aqui nos Estados Unidos, muito famoso. E todos os meus amigos falaram que eu tinha que ir e eu não pude perder.
He said he's a very well-known he's a very well-known for the sports and everything. He's bringing a lot of people from different states. And
all right, and we're back. And what you're seeing is the result of a protest between the battle between Brandon McDowell and
No, that's not it. This is the one more time battle.
One more time battle. Brandon McDowell and Yearwood as they work their way through the course. And transitioning, Brandon McDowell doing a great job with his lead run. And Yearwood right there with him, sticking with him as he gets through the third outer zone.
Yeah, we want to apologize for the delay. There was a protest brought forward by Taylor Holt.
That's what it was.
And his protest turned out to be valid. Decision overturned, and they will be going back to the second half of his battle between him and Brandon Whitnick after this one more time battle between these two gentlemen, Brandon McDowell and Lee Yearwood.
Okay, there we go. So that makes more sense.
Yes.
So as you see here on the track, Brandon McDowell, he's out leading. Wow, Lee Yearwood had a little bit of wobble going into the third and final hour zone. But yes, please forgive that intermission that we had there. We want to make sure everything is fair and square as we move in. We'll make our way through the top 16. And here we go. Lee Yearwood's going to lead, and Brandon McDowell's going to give chase. And here we go. Lee Yearwood initiate. Brandon McDowell almost right on his door, dropping back just a car length or so as Lee Yearwood makes his way into the touch and go. A little off the touch and go towards Lee Yearwood, but Brandon right there with him, trying to surge forward and attack to the second outer zone. He does a pretty good job. Switching back into the third and final outer zone. Wow, that's going to be another tough call to make.
Brandon McDowell there, falling back through outer zone 3 as they were coming off the track in this one more time battle in the top 16 presented by BC Racing. Let's see.
Yeah, so, well, basically with the Taylor Hole incidents, they didn't finish the battle completely, from what I understand, correct? So they will not be battling the whole run again, from what I understand. They're just going to finish off the second half of that battle.
Yeah, so Noah, what do you think of that battle?
Man, that's going to be a hard decision, to be honest. I mean, Brandon McDowell always being aggressive and always exciting to watch, but I mean, I can see a few mistakes in his chase run against Lee Yearwood. It's going to be a tough call, in my opinion.
Yeah, and the thing is that they gave him a one more time battle to hopefully get a clear-cut winner, but I can't say that I saw a clear-cut winner in that battle right there.
No, both of them made some mistakes throughout their runs where it seemed pretty even to me. Of course, the judges, you know, they see things that with a clearer view than we do, and
well, they have access to different camera angles throughout the track that the Klutch Kicker staff is providing to them, and they have the ability to replay over and over and over again different areas of the run.
Plus, they're on the track.
Plus, they're on the track. Correct.
Yeah. This time we're not on the track.
No. Thankfully,
yeah,
it is hot.
All right. We got a decision. Brandon McDowell and the white Nissan 350Z is going to take the win.
All right, there you have it, folks. Brandon McDowell is going to move on to the top 8. Lee Yearwood, unfortunate for him, but he did a great job showing everybody what he's got, and that was a stomach cam, it looked like, for a second there. as we move on through the top 16, we're going to see Brandon McDowell in the top 8.
Yep. So we're gonna see if we're gonna go back to the second half of the Taylor Hall and Brandon Whitnick battle here. I do see Brandon Whitnick moving through the pits, moving forward to line up, possibly going to the burnout box.
And this will be, from what I understand, the second half of the battle between Taylor Hall and Brandon Whitnick.
Taylor Hall is still at a deficit.
Still at a deficit, still zeroed out his lead run, so it's going to be on him to apply as much pressure to Brandon Whitnick. Brandon Whitnick, you just need to put down a solid lead run, stay on the track, don't make any mistakes that would cause a 0, and he should be able to walk into the top 8.
Absolutely. This is not going to be an easy task for Taylor Hall, as Brandon Whitnick is one of those drivers at the Klutch Kickers $100,000 Dirt Series that can really lay down a good run and make very few mistakes.
Yes,
so,
but he's going to be doing it from the chase position.
No.
I'm talking about...
Oh, yes.
Taylor
Hall's going to be in the chase position.
Yeah,
yes, you're right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Brandon Whitnick there. No. But there is Brandon Whitnick on the line. We're waiting for Taylor Hall. I mean, you got to understand, like, he is in the running for the championship. If he can make anything happen, any possibility, he's going to take it.
Absolutely.
Even if he's down without the advantage.
Well, I mean, he made the protest and was able to overturn the initial call of having Brandon Whitnick advance, but you know, he's here to fight off, fight for his chance to move into the top 8 now. But it's up to Brandon Whitnick to hold it all together. So Brandon's going to lead. Taylor Hall going to give chase. Brandon Whitnick. Nice entry, working his way down the field. There is Taylor Hall right at his door as he works his way through the first outer zone. Taylor Hall's going to try to put as much pressure on Brandon Whitnick. Brandon Whitnick just needs to hold it together and make his way through. Wow, surging forward. Taylor Hall almost piggybacking on Brandon Whitnick as they make their way through the second outer zone into the third and final outer zone. Taylor Hall trying to put all the pressure possible on Brandon Whitnick, but it is not phasing Brandon Whitnick whatsoever. So it looks like, wow, what a great run. Brandon Whitnick, good lead run. Good show.
And Brandon Whitnick gets a win.
There you go.
Nissan 240SX.
Brandon Whitnick gets the win, getting out of the car, saying thank you to Taylor Hall for what was probably one of the most aggressive chase runs we've seen here today.
Absolutely.
The result was still the same, but Taylor Hall just wanted to make sure, hey, listen, if I'm going to lose, I want to lose battling it out. And he did. And he's going to walk away gracious. He looks like he's shaking his head, and there's no love lost between these two drivers. They're both here to compete. They're both here to win.
absolutely not. And as I said before, it's going to be hard to pressure Brandon Wicknick into a mistake like that because he is a former pro driver as well, and he's always focused on what he has to do to get around the track. So that was a very hard-fought battle for Taylor Hall there. Unfortunately, he's not going to be moving on. It does put a damper on to his championship hopes.
Yep.
But
there you go. Brandon Wicknick's going on to the top 8. And unfortunately, Taylor Hall's going to have to call it a weekend, but he's got his work cut out for him because that man has got to get everything together and get that car ready for Formula Drift to compete again next weekend. So tune in to check him out as well.
Absolutely. So we are going to be moving on to the next battle here, which will be...
It looks like our next battle is going to be...
Hang on.
It looks like Tyler Berry versus Ben Julian.
Yeah, Tyler Berry. Oh, that's big for the championship because Ben Julian. Yep. Ben Julian, he's second in the points. He's definitely trying to keep up with Alec Honadell.
Yep, and we are 3/4 of the way through the top 16 battles here in the Klutch Kickers round 4 of the $100,000 Drift Series.
Oh, are we actually going to go to the one more time of Connor O'Sullivan?
Ah, okay, so we're going to Connor O'Sullivan versus Andrew Maurer.
Yep, that is probably what we're going to be doing now. Yep, Connor's on the line.
Oh, there you have it.
Andrew Maurer pulling up.
Yep, Connor able to squeak out one more time, somehow able to come back and have another chance. The pressure's on Connor O'Sullivan. He is one of the rookies here, his rookie year, I guess you could say, at Klutch Kickers. He's going to lead, and the first time around he did go off track on his lead run, so he's going to want to hold it together this time. He doesn't want to leave it in the hand of judges. He wants to throw down a stellar run, which, you know, Connor O'Sullivan spinning out has been very uncharacteristic for him. So to see him spin out like that, I don't know if that's going to happen again. So, but we'll find out. Here we go. Connor O'Sullivan heading down the track in the lead position, followed by Andrew Maurer as they make their way into the initiation. Andrew going to try to close that gap. Wow, little shakiness there. Connor makes his way to the first outer zone. Gets pretty deep into that touch and go, switching back into the second outer zone. Very shallow as he makes his way through the second outer zone. So Andrew Maurer wants to try to get up in the pocket as he makes his way through the third and final outer zone. I wouldn't say that was the cleanest lead run by Mr. Connor O'Sullivan.
Yeah, it just seems like there's something off with the car. I can't confirm, but it looks like an alignment issue or something where he is not as smooth and stable as he's been all day. This top 16 battle has really shown something is up with the car somehow, because that cannot be Connor's driving. It's really weird.
Maybe that's why he has to be in W on the side.
Well, he does. I'm sure he wishes he had the E46 right now. So Connor O'Sullivan getting the drift bug, starting his first year in competition, first year in driving at Klutch Kickers at the $100,000 Drift Series, coming from different motorsports, I believe, and carrying that experience, competition experience, over to drifting, diving headlong, selling. I've seen him selling stuff in order to fund his program. But here we go. Second half, Connor O'Sullivan going to give chase. Andrew Maurer going to lead. Andrew putting down a nice lead run as he works his way through the first outer zone, a little off that inside clip. He switches back into the touch and go, not too deep into that touch and go, flinging into the second outer zone. Wow, major correction by Connor O'Sullivan. Looked like he straightened completely out there and then reinitiated halfway through outer zone number 2. Whoa, that looked like almost a similar instance there with Andrew Maurer going through the outer zone number 3. Wow.
I would like to see exactly what happened there to Andrew Maurer, see how much of a straighten it was, if it was a completely straight.
Yeah, I mean, he could.
Judges were quick with the decision. Andrew Maurer in the green Nissan 250Z gets the win.
Well, there you go. Andrew Maurer is going to advance on. Sometimes you see the wheels straight, but it's a different perspective when you see the car from a different angle, because the car may still be in drift, and it just may have been a quick correction that paralleled the wheels with the car, but the car still could have been in drift.
Yeah, still has angle.
Still has angle. Just a major steering correction to give it that illusion of a straighten out, but definitely a major correction by Connor as he made his way through the second outer zone.
Yeah, that was terrible. I'm sorry. I hope that we can get Connor to come back with even stronger than before, because he is definitely one to look out for.
So, and now we are going to go to Ben Julian versus Tyler Berry. And if you look at the stats here, Ben Julian with overall 9 wins in the Klutch Kickers Drift Series, only 2 overall losses. Tyler Berry has no overall wins in the battle here, at least prior to today's competition. Obviously, he's won his way through the top 64 to make it to the top 16. But prior to round 4, he has 3 overall losses. Right now, Ben Julian looks to be the favorite in this battle of Ben Julian versus Tyler Berry.
Absolutely. So let's see. We're waiting on Tyler Berry in that new livery on his E36, Sweet Trucking Company, on the side of his car there. Of course, Ben Julian, number 2 in points.
Yep. And here we go. Ben Julian. He wants to get as many points as he can. He wants to move up. He wants to beat out Alec Honadale for the #1 position. And here we go with Tyler Berry almost right on his back bumper as they enter into the first corner. Wow, Tyler Berry sticking right with Ben Julian through the first outer zone. Whoa, almost straightening out, but making his way into the touch and go. Ben Julian putting down an amazing lead run. But Tyler Berry right there with him, sticking into him as they work through the second outer zone. A quick flick into the third final. Wow, surging forward is Mr. Tyler Berry, trying to put in a big impression on those judges from that chase position. That was a great chase run. Look at him, very excited, very excited.
He is pumped, and it seems like everybody that goes up against Ben, they know he's gonna follow him real hard, so they got to do the same thing to him.
Yeah, as a chase driver, to go against a driver like Ben Julian, Taylor Ray, the Taylor Hall, all these Adam LZ, where you know that the lead run, you could fully commit as a chase driver and not worry about, you're really not worried about any mistakes from that chase position, so you can push yourself even further. And like we said many times, a great lead run is going to produce, or should produce, if the driver can do it, an amazing chase run as well.
Absolutely. They are now switching positions on the line, and here they go.
Ben Julian getting a slight little rolling start, trying to keep that proximity upon entry, and there he is, Ben Julian almost right there with him, just like Tyler Berry was. Makes his way right there, almost touching the back tire with his front tire. He makes his way into the touch and go. Ben Julian showing everybody why he's number 2 in points, almost right on the door as they make their way through the second outer zone. This is amazing, folks. He's jumping in right in the pocket again. Ben Julian, great view, painting the door right there of Mr. Tyler Berry. Wow. He just one amazing chase run, and then Ben's like, oh yeah, watch this.
Holy cow. I mean, the level of proximity throughout the entire course is so impressive by Ben Julian. Not many people can do that, you know, and consistently the way he does it.
That had to make Dan's pants tight. I know it did. I had to. I know he's looking down. He's ignoring me right now, but yes, that's a fist pump. His pants are tight, and we got some happy judges here. It does make for a difficult call, but everybody's excited. Man, what an amazing chase battle. That was chase on chase. That made my day.
Oh man, I mean, this has probably been the best battle we've seen today, between both runs having excellent chases, but Ben Julian really impressing with the proximity all the way around and matching angle throughout the entire course.
Amazing driving by both drivers. Tyler Berry coming out here, coming into round 4 with more loss than wins, and he's really showing us that he's learned from the past experience, and he is throwing down against Ben Julian. Ben Julian, he really wants to take home these points, because he knows who's looming in the dark is some other drivers that would love to take his position in the championship series.
Absolutely, and not too far back, not as far back as many people suspect. Dirk Stratton is right behind them as well. He started off the weekend with 135 points in the championship, while Ben Julian has 169 and Alec Honadale with 192. Of course, qualifying happened, so that changed up a little bit, but not too much either. But we're going to see how this weekend ends up, because, man, everybody is on fire from the top 16 on, except for those that didn't make it, like Adam LZ, Nate Hamilton, Troy Manners, Taylor Hall got knocked out now.
Taylor Ray.
So big names not making it into the top 16, or, well, in Taylor Hall's situation, not into the top 8. Can't wait to see how round 5 shapes up, because
while we're
this is
sitting
getting
here,
crazy.
we love Ben so much, just because he's such an awesome guy. He's going to catch up with him, super humble. Him and Taylor Ray both innovating, really bringing that Miata drifting back to life. Go check out his website, Ben's Used Miata Parts. He's got several parts if you're looking for if you have a Miata and you need tips on how to build your Miata to shred like good old Taylor Ray and Ben Julian do, reach out to them. Ben's Used Miata Parts. Definitely a good source if you're into driving a tiny car like that. But apparently they have a lot of room. We've seen some really big gentlemen drive Miatas, like, remember Jeff Abbott? Jeff Abbott was a pro Formula Drift driver, big man, little car.
Also, be sure to check out Ben's Used Miata Parts for free shipping on 90% of their items. So, that's awesome.
Always puts on an amazing show. Him and Taylor Ray, always great to watch those two tandem. And Tyler Berry putting on an amazing show as well. Just coming out here, and wow, it's amazing to see the level of driving and I shouldn't be surprised, but anytime you see these hard-fought battles, it's just so exciting, and it's a great thing to watch. I mean, that's why we're here. We're here to see door-to-door action. We're here to see these guys so close that they're almost pushing each other on the track. What?
We got word. Ben Julian and the blue Miata gets the win.
Ben Julian gets the win. Ben Julian advances on to the top 8. Put your hands together. Wow. All right, Tyler Berry, it was a hard-fought battle, and he has nothing to be ashamed of, because that was one of the best chase runs I've seen today. Give it up for Tyler Berry. Unfortunately, going home, but Ben Julian moving on to the top 8.
Yeah, and Ben Julian keeping his championship hopes alive. But now we're going to be moving on to Mike Pollard, qualifying in 15th place against John Wyndham, qualifying in 31st. This is, John Wyndham is the one who knocked Adam LZ out.
He is the one. Well, it was a little collision there.
Almost
so
literally.
Whether Adam LZ took himself out or John Wyndham took him out, doesn't really matter, because who is here battling out in the top 16 is John Wyndham versus Mike Pollard. And it's great to see Mike Pollard. You can see him shaking his head. He's listening to something. Yeah, maybe it's Call Me Maybe. Maybe it's Barbie Girl. I'm not too sure what it is. Maybe we get some clarification on that.
Maybe he has a playlist that he has shared. We got to ask him about it.
Yeah, maybe we can get a shared playlist. Anyhow, Magic Mike Pollard has been plagued with several issues in the past few rounds, but his car is 100%, and he's at 110% as he goes down the track. There he is, taking the lead down the track. Mike Pollard, commanding lead as he makes his way down the start through the outer zone number 1, about 3 to 4 car lengths in front of John Wyndham. John's got a lot of catching up to do if he wants to impress the judges, as Mike Pollard going balls to the wall as he makes his way through the second outer zone, flicking into the third and final outer zone. Wow, there you go. John finally catching up, but it looks like it might be too little, too late, because Mike Pollard put down a clinic of a lead run.
Yeah, Mike Pollard with a very impressive start to that run, just taking off from the line, creating a gap. And you can see that we'll take a look here at the BC Racing replay. Nice early entry by Mike Pollard. Wyndham a little far behind. Pollard trying to make it out to outer zone 1, just doesn't really make it, but does pretty okay on the touch and go here. This is where Wyndham starts to make his move, but you can see even with all that angle, Pollard is still putting on a commanding lead run there. And then this is the end of that, where Wyndham just couldn't really pick up on
right. So now we just Nicole and Magic Mike, besides jamming out to his favorite tunes, as you see him shaking his head, he is having a blast. It's like I said, it's great to see him, because we've seen him in the last couple rounds just battling car issues, and he's out here ready to rock. But he's going to have to be able to take out Mr. John Wyndham in this second half of the top 16 battle. Here we go. John's taking a lead. Wow, Mike Pollard way back. What's going on? Maybe he's giving a little room, and he is, as he follows up. A little correction there as he makes his way through outer zone number 1, flicking into the touch and go. Mike Pollard able to close that gap and work his way up into the pocket through outer zone number 2. Almost door to door, touching the door with his tire almost. almost, as he makes his way into the outer zone number 3. Look at him just almost pushing John through outer zone number 3. Amazing run. And John, way to stay in the throttle. John doing a great job holding it together as well.
Yeah, but unfortunately that's a preview because it's a restart.
Oh, it's a restart. Oh, man, oh, man. Well, that explains why there was so much distance from Mike Pollard. Typically, you see Mike Pollard jumping out the gate much quicker. But, man, how Mike Pollard was able to surge forward. But, unfortunately, this run is a wash is what you're saying.
I'm very disappointed in that because what a chase job by Mike Pollard, even following Wyndham outside of the correct line there. He made his adjustments, and that was such a hard-fought run for Pollard. But he gets to do it again. Magic Mike, always entertaining the crowd.
Yep.
John Wyndham doing well himself.
Magic Mike is going to show us his consistency here if he can, as he goes the chase down. Mr. John Wyndham, once again, they make their way into the first outer zone. Mike Pollard starting to reel him in. John taking a pretty inside line through that first outer zone. They're going to flick it in, and here we go. Magic Mike's going to come in and dive in for that attack as he is, working his way through the second outer zone. There he is, almost door to door. Look at that tire inches away from the door of Mr. John Wyndham as Mike Pollard putting down a chase clinic as he works his way in the pocket through outer zone number 3. Give it up for Mr. Magic Mike Pollard. Great chase run. And John Wyndham, what a great lead run as well.
Yeah, Wyndham with a pretty decent lead run there to give Mike Pollard something to chase. But, man, Mike Pollard's aggressiveness right on the entry, you can see that his aggressive entry allowed him to pull up to John Wyndham there. John Wyndham, not too bad through the touch and go, and then right here transitioning into outer zone 2, he starts to feel a little late, but there is Mike Pollard just with crazy amounts of proximity, matching angle, actually getting a little more angle towards the end of that corner there. So very impressive run by Mike
Magic
Pollard.
Mike, years of experience drifting for many, many years, and there you go. Magic Mike Pollard into the top 8. I'm sure he's excited. Unfortunately, John is going to have to pack it in for this weekend, but Magic Mike Pollard make it into the grade 8. That's been a hard-fought road for him, not just today, but basically this whole season. We've seen Magic Mike struggle with turbo issues, engine issues, and it's great to see the car finally come together and be able to withstand the abuse that Magic Mike Pollard gives it.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that is the last battle of the top 16 by DC Racing Coilovers. We are now going to be moving into the top 8. We are going to be seeing Alec Honadell versus Randy Noah. This is a rematch from round 2, where Randy Noah really put on a lot of pressure on Alec Honadell with a car that maybe makes half the power. I mean, that's a lot to say about Randy, but Alec Honadell, obviously, he is trying to secure his chances at the championship. He's not gonna make it easy for Randy. Then moving on from there, we got Dirk Stratton and Brandon McDowell, 2 monstrous drivers here. These guys can really put on a show, and I can't wait to see that. Brandon Whitnick versus Andrew Maurer. Brandon Whitnick with the consistency, and Andrew Maurer, man, I mean, he's been doing a lot of one more times.
He's been putting on a great show for everybody here today. Absolutely. And then rounding it off is going to be, like you said, Magic Mike versus
Ben Julian.
Ben Julian.
Wow.
Ooh,
I don't think I've ever seen both of them battle.
I don't think I've seen Ben Julian and Magic Mike battle. I'm not saying that they haven't, but...
And they're both amazing drivers with very different styles and very different cars, obviously.
Yes, yes. And I know that's... I know Ben is used to being matched up against other cars, and these 2 drivers have never found each other in competition in Klutch Kickers. So this is going to be interesting. Ben Julian will be walking into that battle with the advantage. He's going to have, over 9 wins, 2 losses. Mike Pollard, before the start of this competition, only 2 wins and 3 overall losses. So it'll be interesting. But right now is the battle that I've been waiting for, and I was really hoping to see this, and I don't know, Randy, you got a lot of pressure on you, but I know you can do it. Can you take out Alec Honadell? We shall see. Alec Honadell going to lead. Randy Noah pulling up the line. He's going to give chase. Known Randy for many, many years. Great guy. Definitely somebody that's a worthy competitor and somebody that can be standing on the podium today if he can get past Mr. Alec Honadale. And here we go. Alec, he's leading. Randy giving chase. Randy trying to close that gap on entry, and he makes his way through the first outer zone. We'll look at the angle Alec is bringing as he makes his way through the first outer zone. Nice and tight in that touch and go. There we go. Randy needs a surge forward as he makes his way through the second outer zone. Very confident is Randy in the chase position against Alec because he knows he can go 110%. And here they do to make their way through the third and final outer zone. That was a good run, but Randy, we shall see.
Randy was right there.
He was right there.
He was putting the pressure on Alec Honadale, and I mean that's very impressive considering I mean the level of car that each person has. But there it is, man. Alec Honadale really filling out outer zone 1. Not many people have been doing that. Does really good on the touch and go. But there's Randy putting on the pressure. Outer zone 2. Alec doing a great job on outer zone 2. There's Randy trying to cut a little bit of the line to keep up, but not doing a bad job either.
I don't know. I will say that this match, I want to say rematch, but second match against Randy and Alec, Alec was able to fend off Randy around there pretty well because he was able to keep that almost half a car to a car gap through the whole thing. But all right, Randy, let's see if you can do it. Alec Honadale almost right on the bumper of Randy Noah as they make their way through the first outer zone, and look at Alec just closing that gap, getting closer and closer, inch by inch, making his way. Randy putting down a great lead run, but there is Alec right there, knocking at the door, coming right at the door of Randy Noah as they make their way into the third and final outer zone. There it is, Alec, door to door, almost tire to tire as they make their way off the course through the third and final outer zone. I don't know, Randy.
Did you see Randy looking back at the third outer zone right there? He was like, man, he's right there. Of course, a nice entry by both drivers there. Randy could have filled out outer zone 1 a little bit more as Alec did, but doing a really good job getting out to the touch and go. Alec just really putting the pressure on all the way through the course, but Randy with a really nice lead line. Let's see through here. Outer zone 3 gets into it a little bit late, but Alec Honadale matching angle and putting it on the door.
You know, it really almost comes down, if you look at the lead up runs into the initiation zone right before the first outer zone, the proximity difference between Randy Noah in his lead position and Alec may have been the difference.
Yep, and Alec Honadale and ISR Nissan 246 gets the win.
There you go, Alec Honadale making it in to the finals or semifinals, and unfortunately Randy's going to have to pack it in for the weekend, but not before doing a great job.
Well, not really, because he may potentially do battle for 5th and 6th.
That's right. That's right. We will be seeing a battle between 5th and 6th, so Randy doesn't want to go too far.
That depends on the qualifying position. Randy qualified 25th, I believe, and so we'll see who else is. Oh man, wow, that's going to be tough.
Interesting. But like I was saying before, when Randy was in the chase position, there was about a 2 or 3 car difference, just too much of a deficit for Randy to overcome when Alec Honadale's leading, and it almost seemed like that is what started the whole trend. I mean, when Alec was in the chase position, he was maybe half a car, maybe car at most, upon initiation, and was able to just reel in Randy throughout the course. So, unfortunately for Randy, I mean, he's maybe not done yet, but Alec Honadale's moving on, and he's going to face the winner of this battle between Dirk Stratton and Brandon McDowell.
Yep, this is going to be a crazy high-powered battle. Both of these are pro cars, pro drivers. Dirk Stratton qualifying 5th, Brandon McDowell qualifying 4th, so they're very, very close in today's qualification, or this weekend's qualifications. Maybe, I don't know what to say here because I know Brandon McDowell is going to throw down a crazy initiation, but Dirk Stratton's been having a really fast car this weekend and very consistent.
Yeah, Dirk Stratton's definitely known for his consistency, and just he's taken out several competitors in the past, and coming out here today against Brandon McDowell, he's been doing phenomenal today. Definitely on point with some super aggressive entries So we're going to see how Dirk is going to be able to attack from the chase position, as Brandon McDowell is going to lead this first run of the top 8. Dirk Stratton going to try to get right on the back bumper of Brandon, doing a pretty good job, staying maybe about half a car behind. Brandon just pouring on the smoke in the angle. Look at the smoke that is coming out of Brandon's car. He's full throttle, tons of style, but here we go. Dirk, he's going to have to catch up in order to press those judges as he makes his way through the second outer zone. But wow, Brandon McDowell putting an amazing lead run as he makes his way out the third and final outer zone.
Brandon McDowell with that crazy amount of throttle control, just sticking it down to the floor. Amazing entry by him as always. And I mean, here we go with the BC Racing replay. Super early entry by both drivers. You could see that Brandon McDowell could have gone a little farther out to the outside zone 1, but right through here, I thought Dirk got a little lost in the smoke there. But here is Brandon McDowell doing a great lead run, full throttle all the way through there, and then this is where Dirk Stratton surges up in outer zone 3 to try to put some points on the board there, because really his chase run was, you know, it definitely left a lot to be desired there.
Yeah, I mean, that small correction coming out of the touch and go gave Brandon that little extra, give that chance to just be able to break away just slightly enough where he created that gap there. So we'll see what happens as they switch positions.
Dirk is definitely going to want to put on a good lead run because he's still in the running for the championship.
Yeah, look at Brandon trying to get a rolling start, trying to get up close and personal with Mr. Dirk Stratton as they make it. But wow, look at Brandon throwing the angle into the first outer zone, doing a great job trying to close that distance that Dirk Stratton had created upon entry. But there you go. Look at Brandon McDowell getting almost right on the door of Dirk Stratton as they make their way through the second outer zone, flicking it into the third and final outer zone. Wow, nice and close. Brandon McDowell putting down a great chase run. Dirk Stratton putting down a really nice lead run as well.
Wow, Dirk Stratton's lead run was very impressive. If we can get the replay to watch how he attacked outer zone 1, it was very impressive. Here we go. Early entry by both drivers. You can see Brandon McDowell very aggressive, but look at outer zone 1 for Dirk Stratton, a little bit better than what Brandon did. And then the touch and go was really good by Dirk as well. Great around outer zone 2, but there's Brandon McDowell really putting a lot of pressure door to door, and then this is where Dirk got to run away just a little bit.
Wow, Dirk Stratton able to keep on the edge of all the zones. That's right where the judges want to see them. They want to see him filling out the outer zones from beginning to end, and Dirk Stratton doing an amazing job of doing just that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, now it's time for the judges to do the hard thing and make the hard decision. Man, I mean, I wouldn't want to judge that.
No. Glad I'm not the judge, that's for sure.
Yeah, because, I mean, analyzing both runs, I mean, you could see that Brandon had a lot of angle, a lot of aggression.
A lot of style.
A lot of style.
But
right?
Dirk Stratton, I believe he started his entry prior to the first initiation cone, so...
Yeah. So there's that, and the consistency of hitting all the marks.
Yeah, both drivers doing an amazing job.
And Whitnick with the proximity though. Yeah, he was there. You know, Dirk didn't have that great of a chase run, so there's a lot to look at here.
There is. So judges are doing just that. They're analyzing, they're picking apart, they're watching replay after replay in order to figure out a winner in this top 8 of the Klutch Kickers round 4 $100,000 drift series. We get the winner here. I guess we're going to see Brandon Whitnick versus Andrew Bauer. That's going to be a good battle. Well, for those of you that are hanging out here and that have decided to hang on faithfully and weather this, to be able to be around for this hot weather, staying hydrated, I want you to go check out Klutch Kickers and Fun Havers. Go check out and get some apparel, get some souvenirs to bring home to your family. Go. Don't forget about the Island Resort and Hotel tonight, the after party. Frozen Yeti. I don't know if they ran out of ice yet, but if they haven't, go get some. Cool down. Sherry's concession stand was directly underneath us, cooking burgers and hot dogs. We also want to thank Universal Technical Institute, UTI, for offering fast-paced hands-on training for an in-demand career. Grip Royal for providing. Excuse me. Oh, looks like one more time. Wow, look at that. One more time between Dirk Stratton and Brandon McDowell.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's fine. Just want to make sure we thank our sponsors. And here you have it. This is our current point standing.
Yeah, coming into the weekend, this is what we're looking at. Even though you don't see Dirk Stratton's name in there, he is still in the running for it. So, I mean, this is it's just the top 5.
Yeah, Nate Hamilton, he got knocked out early, so those points that he's not getting, Dirk Stratton may take those and be able to move up.
Absolutely. So, but he also needs a little luck on his side as far as Alec Conadell and Ben Julian maybe, faltering in the top 4 somehow, and he then Dirk Stratton making it all the way for the win. But of course, he's got a lot of obstacles still.
Well, it's been a long day for those of you that have stuck with us through this event. We have been here all day. We started right at 12 o'clock, and 6 hours later, we're still here, it looks like. So if you're just tuning in, you're tuning in to the middle of the top 8 of the Klutch Kickers round 4 of the $100,000 Drift Series Season 2. And we are about to see Brandon Whitnick versus Andrew Maurer. Brandon Whitnick is going to lead, and Andrew Maurer going to give chase. And here we go. Brandon Whitnick out the gate. Andrew Maurer not too far behind. And as they initiate, Brandon Whitnick right on the outer edge of outer zone number 1. Wow, Andrew kind of wavering as he makes his way through outer zone number 1, trying to close that gap. Brandon Whitnick sticking to a solid lead line as he makes his way into the second outer zone. Andrew not able to reel him in like he'd like. Making their way through the third and final outer zone. I don't know, Andrew Maurer falling behind quite a ways almost as they make it off the track.
Yeah, Andrew Maurer really making a few mistakes there, while Brandon Whitnick, even with an S13 that doesn't have as much power as some of the other cars out here, really using the entire track. As you can see, he gets pretty close to being all the way out to outer zone 1. He misses it just a little bit. Does a really good job through the touch and go. Here we go through outer zone 2. Sticking all the way to that line, but Andrew Maurer, where are you? And you can see Andrew Maurer, low angle, trying to catch up to Brandon Whitnick. It's not happening.
Wow.
Hopefully we'll see Andrew Maurer improve on his lead run. He's still at the finish line.
There's a cone stuck.
Oh, there's a cone stuck under the car.
With him. Interesting. Well, I will tell you that Ben Julian has his hands full because he has to go against Magic Mike Pollard next, and then he'll have to battle the winner of this round here, Brandon Whitnick versus Andrew Maurer. Right now, it looks like Andrew Maurer sitting on a deficit. Brandon Whitnick they're going to switch positions basically, and now Brandon Whitnick's going to give chase. Andrew Maurer's going to have to lead. Andrew has his hands full, I'll tell you that, because Brandon put down an amazing lead run. I guess they want that cone back.
Yeah,
cones are valuable nowadays. They're not cheap. They're a valuable resource here for drifting, and we need those cones. Thank you so much.
Yeah, even back in the day, they weren't cheap. We were using.
Well, we were using what we could.
Yeah.
They may have been donated. We had several cones donated to us throughout the years, and very thankful for our track workers out there, making sure that the drivers have a consistent layout to go through. Every run, that there's not much variation where the clipping points go, and the judges doing a great job of just making sure the layout remains challenging. And because a lot of these drivers have driven this layout for over 2 years, right? Because they've been doing this layout for a little over 2 years. Last year being the first season, but nonetheless. Running this layout and making subtle changes in order to focus the drivers on a certain line to make it I wouldn't say it's easy to judge, but try to make it to be able to distinguish who wins and who loses. But here we go. Andrew Maurer out front. Brandon Whitnick right behind him. Wow, Brandon Whitnick not giving him much room as they go through the first outer zone. Doing a good job of maintaining a proximity. And here they go, working their way into the touch and go. Andrew Maurer looking better this time around in the lead position. But Brandon Whitnick right there with him as he's starting to close that gap and reel him in as they do the last flick into the third and final outer zone. Brandon Whitnick right there, almost on his back bumper. Whoa! Okay, what is going on? Wow, what just happened?
Whoa there, mister.
Yeah, I want to see exactly what happened on the overhead shot, because that could go many ways. Here we go.
Asking you shall receive, my friend.
Yeah, into the outer zone 1, pretty decent job there, although they did miss the inner clip. Going into outer zone 2 here, you can see that Brandon Whitnick is trying to close the door, but running actually a better line than Andrew Maurer. But let's see right here. Andrew Maurer starting to drop a tire, and it seems like he's starting to decelerate because he does not want to go any farther, and that's when Brandon Whitnick had nowhere to go. He was breathing down his neck into outer zone 3. Nowhere to go.
So the judges are going to have to decide on who is at fault. Andrew Maurer keeping that tire off the edge of the track. He's not going to have the traction. He's not going to be able to maintain that speed as he works his way through the third and final outer zone, going too deep into the third and final outer zone. Unfortunately, Brandon Whitnick right behind him, not able to make the corrections necessary that he needs to. So we're gonna see how this plays out in the judges' eyes. Who is at fault for the collision?
Yeah, it seems very simple to us as we're watching it, but the judges, they definitely analyze things a lot better than with their experience. Oh, do we have something?
Yeah. Hang on.
Hold tight, folks. We're just waiting to get clarification on the judge's call. Hold.
So, Brandon Whitnick will move on.
Brandon Whitnick is going to advance.
And the Nissan 240SX.
And the Nissan 240SX is going to Icon livery. He's going to advance on. And unfortunately, Andrew Maurer is going to have to take the loss on this one.
I was going to mention, it took me back to Taylor Ray and Brandon Whitnick, similar area.
Yeah.
Very similar. Actually, you're absolutely right, because was that last round, I believe.
Last
round. They came
round
through, and I believe it was Brandon Whitnick that had ended up spinning in that exact position, and it was unclear to tell whether it was a tap from Taylor Ray that caused a spin or if Brandon was going to spin. They ended up going one more time. This one, a little more clear-cut from what it seems, and Brandon Whitnick gets the win.
Absolutely. I do agree with the judges on that call there. Here we go. We got Ben Julian and Mike Pollard on the line. They're about to get going here.
Ooh, it's going to be a good one, folks. Okay, all right. Ben Julian taking up Mike Pollard almost right at his back bumper as they go into the entry, and look at Ben. Ben's going to put down an amazingly run, so that's going to allow Mike Pollard to choke up right behind him. And here we go. Ben Julian nice and deep into that touch and go. Mike Pollard going to surge forward for the attack, and he does. Almost on the door of Ben Julian. That little Miata just kind of pushing him around the track as he makes his way, flicking into the third and final outer zone. Mike Pollard right on the back door almost of. Oh, man. What a. Wow. Holy cow.
Wow. I mean.
That's a great. Now this is the thing, though. Ben Julian. If anybody can put down a commanding chase run, it's going to be Ben Julian, as we've already seen.
Yeah, so here we go, initiating into the outer zone 1. Ben Julian not going all the way out to outer zone 1 right off the bat, but doing a great job in the touch and go. This is where we see Magic Mike get real close right onto the door of Ben Julian. I mean, really putting on the pressure, and then through outer zone 3, Ben Julian coming off the edge of the outer zone there, but Magic Mike putting pressure all the way through, breathing down Ben's neck.
And here they go. Ben Julian, wow, almost right on the back bumper as Magic Mike initiates. There you go. Ben Julian going to suck up right on the side of Mr. Magic Mike Pollard as they make their way through the touch and go. Magic Mike doing a great job of getting in deep in that touch and go. Ben Julian dropping back quite a bit as they go through the second outer zone. I wonder what caused that major correction there that caused Ben Julian to fall back. But there you go. Ben Julian right back on the door. Man, I'd like to see the drone footage on that one.
Yeah, something definitely happened in the touch and go area. It almost seemed as if Mike Pollard's car slowed down pretty drastically.
It's hard to see from that view.
I definitely want to see the replay on that. Here we go, entering into the first outer zone. Mike Pollard, okay, through there, but let's see right here. Look at that. Oh, yeah, it just seems like it, but I won't say that he's at fault.
Yeah, I don't know. He threw a lot of angle there, but he hit all the clipping points. I don't know. That's going to be a tough one for the judges to call, but Mike Pollard really filling out the outer zones well.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. This might be a tough decision, but I mean, that was Mike Pollard does have the right to make that move like that. It's not like he was off the throttle or anything like that. It was just that he threw a lot of angle in that section. That's a section of the track you got to be careful with.
Right, and the judges they want the drivers to utilize the whole track. So Magic Mike throwing that angle in order to fill the whole track and flick his car into, you see that cone marking the beginning of the second outer zone in order to completely fill out that whole second outer zone. Well, it's going to be interesting for the judges. Wow.
So let's see. I mean, that's such a hard decision. We're trying to look at it over and over again here because let's see it.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
To watch this over and over again to be able to see exactly what Mike Pollard, really nice and tight on the inside clipping. Gets deep into that touch and go.
You saw that? He got into the touch and go, but then like added angle in the middle of it. I don't know. That's
it's a touch and go.
It is a touch and go. So,
touch it and go.
He touched and went. So
he didn't ride the wall.
He didn't ride the wall. He touched it and went.
Yep. So
wow.
Will, Dan, and Dwayne, you guys.
Will,
bless you.
Yeah, bless your hearts, because this is not a decision I want to make. Well, but definitely Ben off that inside clip on his lead run for sure.
Yeah.
There they are, sitting up in their little booth.
Yeah, this is definitely not an easy call.
No, sir. Well, we want to thank everybody for joining us, and if you're just joining us, we want you guys to go ahead and log on to the Klutch Kickers website. You can watch a live bracket, and you'll be able to buy some merchandise, get some information about upcoming events. There's only one more round left in the Klutch Kickers Season 2 of the $100,000 Drift Series. You get to check out the current point standings, and I'm sure it'll be updated this week to see the new point standings as these drivers finish this competition. And we really want to thank everybody coming out here and sticking with us through this heat. Hopefully in October it'll cool down a little bit here, and we'll get some nice weather. I mean, thank God it didn't rain today, so we were able to see full day of action. So
yeah, good clean action. I mean, it's been great to watch. I know the competitors are working hard and fighting hard to stay out there on the track, and it's been very entertaining to us out here. The judges definitely looking at this run because it's a head scratcher.
Right. You think they'll send them one more time?
That's a very big possibility.
Look at the amount of mud and clay that's on those walls on that banner right there in front of the judges.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like they're getting bathed in mud. Oh, it's a mud bath.
Yeah, it's a mud bath. Good for the skin.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for you. They're still sitting there at the finish line, waiting for the decision. That is Mike Pollard and Ben Julian, of course.
All right, well, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors: Island Resort Hotel, BC Racing Coilovers, Chase Bays, Drift HQ, Grip Royal, Ignite Racing Fuel, Nitrous Outlet, RTS Race Tech Services, Kensei Wheels, Tire Streets Action Clutch, Liquid Molly, Cosmo Tires, Lucky Labo, ECU Masters, and it looks like we have a one more time battle between Mike Pollard and Ben Julian. I'd say that's a fair call.
That is a fair call. I mean, honestly, I think Mike Pollard had a better line in his lead. But I think that one thing that Ben Julian definitely had was a little more smoothness through the course, especially talking about that touch and go area. So we'll see if what happens here on their second run, we do have Brandon McDowell, and he's doing his burnout in the burnout box. He's going to be doing his one more time battle against Dirk Stratton. Dirk Stratton in that Oracle Lighting Corvette, Brandon McDowell in the ISR Performance 350Z. These guys are absolute rippers. Both drivers, both from the Formula Drift ranks, and these cars are definitely up to par for that as well. As we've seen before, Brandon McDowell, super crazy entries. I mean, lots of style, very aggressive, but then we have Dirk Stratton with very consistent runs. So it's definitely you know, a battle of different styles, but I think it's been entertaining up to now.
Oh, absolutely. And Brandon McDowell has proven that he is #1 contender. The further along this competition gets, and the amount of angle he throws on initiation and just his full throttle commitment all the way through the track has been phenomenal to watch. So Dirk has his hands full as he's going to give chase to Brandon McDowell. Here we go. Brandon McDowell is going to lead. Dirk Stratton going to give chase. All right, here we go. Dirk Stratton almost at the back bumper of Brandon McDowell as they go into the initiation, into the first. Already smoke pouring out the back of Brandon McDowell's car as he makes his way through the first outer zone. Taking out that inside clip, but that's okay. Working his way into the second outer zone. Going to try to carry it as wide as he can. Just billowing the smoke as he makes his way through. Dirk almost on the door of Brandon as they make their way into the third and final outer zone. Look at the smoke screen that Brandon McDowell's putting down. Wow.
I mean, that's a whole new cloud right there. But I did see a little something from Brandon McDowell entering into outer zone 3 there that looked a little concerning. So we're going to see if we can point that out in the BC Racing replay. Here we go. Aggressive entry as always from Brandon McDowell, getting out to outer zone 1. Good job. There's Dirk Stratton trying to put on the pressure. But man, Brandon McDowell hitting all the lines he has to hit. Full throttle. Lots of angle, but this right here over rotates a little bit and has to make an adjustment to get out to outer zone 3. And I think that's going to be that
could be the deciding factor. He came into the third outer zone off that outer zone, first outer zone marker. So he came in there with a shallow line, trying to stretch it out towards the middle, towards the end of outer zone number 3. So that we'll see Dirk Stratton. We've already seen him in the lead position put down amazing lead runs. So, well, here we go. Brandon McDowell almost side by side with them as they come out the gate. Dirk Stratton initiating early in the initial. Oh, there you go. That just might have put the nail in the coffin as Dirk Stratton is going to go around the track in the lead position. He does need to finish his run. Unfortunately, Brandon McDowell took himself out of competition, coming in super aggressive on the initiation and just unfortunately not able to maintain control of the car. And Dirk Stratton putting down a smoke show in celebration. Could be his victory here in the top 8.
Yeah, keeping his championship hopes alive here. I mean, very unfortunate for Brandon McDowell, a very stylish driver. But
just putting on a smoke show. He's like, let me burn up the rest of my tires, since I guess he already expects to take the L on this one. But
jeez, man.
You know, nice little rolling burnout through the whole track, and look at that cloud.
Look at that. It's like you're flying through clouds.
That's great.
That's amazing. Yeah, well, very unfortunate there for Brandon McDowell, but I mean, you know, but awesome for Dirk. He is, you know, he's going to be moving on to the top 4 here. I'll say Brandon McDowell should be going to the 5th and 6th place battle.
Okay, well,
because he has a very high qualifying position.
All right, well, we'll see as this unfolds. We're going to go into our next set of battles, and looks like Ben Julian, the one more time battle of Ben Julian and Magic Mike Pollard is going to be up next, and this will round out the end of the top 8 of the Klutch Kickers round 4, season 2 of the $100,000 Drift Series, sponsored by many great sponsors. We got Island Resort Hotel, BC Racing. We also want to thank the vendors out here, Klutch Kickers, selling merchandise. Fun Haver out here for the first time. Awesome to see them. Jumping on board with Klutch Kickers, selling apparel and accessories. Like I said, the Island Resort and Hotel, Frozen Yeti, Sherry's Concession Stand, UTI, Universal Technical Institute, Grip Royal, Kensei Wheels, Cosmo Tires, Liquid Molly, Dippin' Dots, and Juan's Tacos. With that being said, we're going to a commercial. Don't go anywhere. All right, and we're back. All right, folks, it looks like we're going to be witnessing which could be the final battle of the top 8. We need to get a win here. I mean, Ben Julian versus Magic Mike Pollard, and both up at the line, and here they go. Ben Julian taking off, Magic Mike giving chase, initiating. There we go. Magic Mike gonna jump right almost on the back of Ben Julian's car as they make their way through the first outer zone. Ben nice and tight on an inside clip. Whoa! Ben taking impact and bumping those touch and go markers. I don't know how it's gonna work out. Oh my goodness. And Magic Mike right there with Ben as he makes his way into the third and final outer zone. Oh, look at the smoke show Ben is putting down, but he hit those touch and go barriers extremely hard.
Yeah, unfortunately, those barriers there, if they move past a certain point, that will that will make it a 0 for Ben Julian there. But let's take a look here. Good on outer zone 1, of course. Magic Mike putting on a lot of pressure. Wow, he did hit him pretty hard there. He moved those barriers a lot, Ben Julian that is. So that might not look too good for him. But there is Magic Mike putting on a ton of pressure throughout the entire course, even though he probably has a feeling.
I have a feeling that's going to be a great battle. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'll tell you right now, Ben hit those barriers and the touch and go pretty hard. So I can see Mike jamming out to his favorite tunes. We're going to have to get that playlist from Mr. Magic Mike. I'm going to have to hit him up after this event because he's been rocking out inside of his car almost the entire event. He's excited. He's pumped. He's in the top 8. He's been waiting for this moment for many rounds here. But, man.
Yeah, they're taking a look at the barriers, I guess, and repositioning them. Looks like Magic Mike is borrowing wheels from Dustin Miles there.
Oh, yeah? Is that what that looks like?
Yeah, those look like grab lights there.
Maybe he has his own set of graham lights. Oh, here they go. Magic Mike gonna lead Ben Julian going to try to get right on the bumper. Ben Julian's going to really hope to see if he can squeeze a mistake out of Mr. Magic Mike. But Mr. Magic Mike doing a phenomenal job filling out the first outer zone super tight on that first inner clip, flinging it into the second outer zone. Ben Julian right there with them, almost door to door. He's trying to put a little rubber on that door of Mr. Magic Mike as they make their way, flicking it into the third and final outer zone. There you go. Mr. Ben's Moo used Miata parts. Oh, I don't know if did Magic Mike drop a tire there on the outside of outer zone number 3.
Yeah, I would like to see a farther.
It was kind of hard. Yeah, it was kind of hard to see there because the drone kind of cut that out. But it looked like for a second there, Mr. Magic Mike dropped a tire. Not enough to cover a deficit if that wall indeed, gave Ben a disadvantage.
Yeah, of course. So very impressive by Magic Mike there. But I mean, look at Ben Julian really putting on the pressure onto Magic Mike to make a mistake. But I mean, his tire is on his door. That's amazing work by Ben Julian. And there are there is a tire drop by Magic Mike there.
Yeah, so tire drop, but so which is going to be the bigger deficit?
Well, there it is.
Yeah.
Magic Mike.
All right. Magic Mike moving on, taking out the mighty Ben Julian. Wow. So this is going to be interesting how the points, because, what's the bracket look like now?
Well, Ben Julian's going to be doing battle against Brandon McDowell.
Right, to get some, still be able to get some points.
6.
Right.
Yeah, but this is still going to be a stretch for Alec Honadale.
Wow, so there you have it. We have Alec Honadale versus Dirk Stratton. Brandon Whitnick versus Magic Mike Pollard. Wow, we have some great battles coming up, and we're almost done. We're going to round out this competition with some extremely close battles as we make our way through this round 4 of the $100,000 $100,000 drift series brought to you by Klutch Kickers. We're going to pay some bills, and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. right, and we're back. As we can see in our camera here, and you look up on the left, we are going to watch the 5th and 6th place battle. Run number 1 of Brandon McDowell versus Ben Julian. This is going to be the battle letting us know 5th and 6th place here. And here they go. Brandon McDowell going to lead, and Ben Julian going to give chase. Brandon McDowell pulling a good gap as they make their way into the first outer zone. And look at that smoke show as he makes his way past the first inside clip, getting into the touch and go. Ben able to gain some proximity as he gets almost on the door of Brandon. He makes his way through the second outer zone, flicking into the third outer zone. Look at Ben Julian just popping through the smoke and able to gain that proximity. He did a great job coming from that. He had quite a bit of deficit there. He was almost 3 or 4 cars back starting off.
Yeah, that was really incredible by Ben Julian. I'm really impressed with the way he actually had to cut the line to make it happen. You're going to see it right here in the BC Racing replay as they enter. Oh, you can see Brandon McDowell not with the best line, but look at Ben Julian as he cuts right through here to be able to gain proximity again. And that little Miata is real quick once it's in drift. It's just that you're going up against a monster car like that.
Car, yeah.
Yeah, so here we go through outer zone 3. You can see Ben Julian putting on some proximity on Brandon McDowell. Brandon McDowell doing an okay job. Just not impressed with his outer zone 1.
Yeah, he kind of started mid-line on the first initiation, but here we go. Ben Julian taking off. Brandon McDowell was right there behind him. Ben Julian flicking in midway through the initiation zone. Brandon right there with him, working their way through the first outer zone. Ben bringing it nice and tight through the inner clip, getting deep into, hopefully not too deep into that touch and go. Wow, look at there you go. Brandon McDowell almost tire to tire, side by side, making their way through the second outer zone. Look at Ben. Ben's trying to pull away, but Brandon is just getting right back up in the pocket as they make their way through the third and final outer zone.
Definitely not an easy run to judge for the judges here. I mean, you can see that Ben Julian did have a slightly better line coming through outer zone 1. Here we go in the BC Racing replay. Initiating early, nice and early and strong by both drivers. And you can see Ben Julian doesn't really fill outer zone 1, but he tries to get out there, misses the inner clip. So that's definitely something to look at. But here comes Brandon McDowell with that crazy amount of proximity, full throttle, both drivers, lots of angle from both drivers. And then this is the nail in the coffin, in my opinion, because it's just the proximity all throughout the entire track. Well, there it is. Brandon McDowell gets the win in the ISR Performance 350Z.
As you can see it on the screen there, it looks like Brandon McDowell gets the win and will take 5th place, and Ben Julian, unfortunately, will be sitting in 6th place.
Yep.
So Ben Julian, not out of the race yet. As we move in to the latter half of these battles, Ben Julian was currently prior to this sitting in 2nd place, right behind Alec Hunnadale. So we'll see how the points work their way out as they move forward.
Right, and we're going to be moving into the top 4 battle here, or final 4 battle here, between Alec Hunnadale and Dirk Stratton. Alec Hunnadale, of course, you know, qualifying number 1. Dirk Stratton qualifying number 5 in yesterday's order. Now, Dirk Stratton has a great opportunity here to really make up some points if he can take out Alec Hunnadale, but that is such a tall order, as we've been seeing throughout the entire season. Alec Hunnadale is very consistent, and he can do the same run over and over again with so much aggression.
Yeah, but Dirk Stratton, his lead runs, he's been on fire. He's been putting the car in all the right places. He's been riding the outside zones. He's been initiating early. He's been full throttle, full commitment, a lot of style, a lot of angle, and his line has been phenomenal in the lead position. So I don't know. I definitely see very capable Dirk Stratton taking out Alec Hunnadale, but Alec Hunnadale is he's a beast behind the wheel. So we're gonna find out really quick who's gonna take this home. Huh?
Yeah, I agree. You can see Alec Hunnadale in the burnout box there, and Dirk Stratton waiting in the wings here. Alec Hunnadale in the ISR Performance S14. That car's a monster.
It is a monster.
But then, what can you say about the Oracle Lighting Corvette? That thing's also a monster. Both of these cars, I think they're very evenly matched. We're going to see, who can handle these cars better.
Yep. 2 world-class drivers out here putting it all on the line as they compete for that $10,000 first prize.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. And Alec Honadale trying to make sure he can just put that commanding lead forward as he moves into round 5 that we will be back in October. So if he can walk away with a podium first, second, or third, he's going to be able to increase that distance, because Ben Julian, sitting at 6th place, unfortunately not going to be able to walk away with as many points as he would like.
Yeah, very unfortunate there for Ben Julian, but I mean, he's fought hard today. That little Miata has been through a lot in the last couple of weeks with Taylor Ray.
Yeah, Taylor Ray and Ben Julian, the Giant Slayers, as they come out here and perform for us at Klutch Kickers. But right now, it's 2 Giants with Alec Honadale going to lead. Dirk Stratton going to give chase. Dirk Stratton not quite as close as to Alec as he'd like to be, but here we go, sucking right up into the back of the car. But Dirk Stratton looks like he dropped the tire. Alec Honadale putting a nice lead run down. Dirk Stratton's still there. Going to jump in, surge forward, try to attack as they make their way through the second outer zone. And he does. He's getting close. But Alec able to put a little gap as they make their way through the transition. Stand nice and wide through that third and final outer zone. Great lead run by Alec. I'm curious to see the footage of what happened with Dirk. He almost looked like he dropped a tire.
Yeah, it seems like he did drop a tire, but did not lose as much proximity as I would have expected by doing that. Here we go in the BC Racing replay. Initiating super early by both drivers. Alec Honadale filling outer zone 1, and there goes the tire drop by Dirk Stratton. Not as bad as I would suspect, but he did lose a little bit of ground, and here comes Dirk Stratton trying to close the door here on Alec Honadale while Alec is doing a great lead run. But it seems as if Dirk was just losing a little bit of ground there.
Yeah, Dirk had to sacrifice some cut that line to the transition from outer zone number 2 to outer zone number 3 to try to get back in the pocket. But let's see, here we go. Alec Honadale, he's a monster when he's in the chase position. Let's see, but Dirk able to put a distance on him out the gate. Whoa, running really wide. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is going on here?
Yeah, I would say that's an unchaseable lead run, but that's me. Yeah, you could see as he was entering, he was trying to steer the car back because he was about to come off the track, and that's when it wanted to spin out.
Wow, Dirk Stratton has been like a solid rock when it comes to leading down commanding lead runs, putting down clinics for everybody that he's battled against. Unfortunately, look here like he just pushed it a little too far.
Pay attention to the front wheels. They're steering in because he sees where he's going right there. And that's what causes the car to over-rotate through outer zone 1. And then, of course, Alec Honadale knows, let's not try to follow that. We don't want to wreck our chances of damaging the car.
Fortunately, Dirk Stratton is completing his lead run, but I think it was a little too late. Too late, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, so judges deliberating, coming up with a decision. All right, came through. Alec Honadale does get the win.
Okay, there you have it. Alec Honadale is going to battle out, right? You're in the final 4. Dirk Stratton, he's not going away yet, so we're going to see how that works. But Alec Honadale definitely put down a good lead run, but unfortunately Dirk Stratton just pushing a little too much. I don't know if it was the pressure that got to him. A nice initiation, initiated nice and early, but unfortunately just threw him off track, and Alec Honadale having to shut it down through the first outer zone. So, well, let's see how this pans out. Alec Honadale in contention to take first place. He may take it all and just start running away with that championship.
It's not over for Dirk though. He's still gonna battle for third.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying it's over for today, but I'm just saying with the championship race.
Oh, yeah. It makes it a lot tougher now.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Alec Honadale is starting to run away with it with all the other contenders dropping out. But we have Brendan Whitnick and Magic Mike Pollard coming to the line now. Brendan Whitnick in the Icon S13. Beautiful looking car. And then you got Magic Mike in his Magic S14, which is also an awesome looking car. Both drivers, different styles, but both very effective.
Both have a lot of style, both very aggressive when they're behind the wheel. And here we go. Brandon Whitnick, he's going to lead. Magic Mike going to give chase. Magic Mike has been on point today in the chase position, and it looks like we're not seeing anything less from him now, where he's almost tapping the back of Brandon Whitnick's car, making their way through the first outer zone, flicking it into the second outer zone. Here we go. Magic Mike's going to go into the attack. Brandon Whitnick's actually able to keep just not a lot of proximity, like distance between him and Magic Mike, but enough to about maybe half a car. Man, Brandon Whitnick did a great job with that lead run. Mike Pollard was just not able to get in that pocket.
Yeah, so you can see that Brandon Whitnick actually was very quick. He's like a little jackrabbit getting around the course, you know, while this monster of a car behind him is trying to chase him down. But great proximity by Mike Pollard through outer zone 1. Great touch and go by Brandon Whitnick. This is where we'll see Mike Pollard try to come right back and without sacrificing the line and going through outer zone 3. You could see that Brandon Whitnick maintains the distance. So good job by Brandon Whitnick. Mike Pollard still had a pretty decent chase. It wasn't a bad chase.
He had a great chase, and the proximity through the first outer zone, which tends to be the more difficult area of the track to get on somebody's door and maintain that close proximity. He's doing it well, and he's having a good time. He's still shaking his head out there, listening to some kind of music. So we'll see as they take off down the line. Magic Mike's going to lead, and Brandon's going to give chase. Let's see here. Magic Mike, nice initiation, coming out nice and wide, getting deep into that first outer zone. Going to try to bring it back in tight. As he does, flicking into the touch and go. Brandon Whitnick wants to surge forward for the attack, and he does. He looks like he's surging forward, trying to get closer, inch by inch, closer to Mr. Magic Mike as they flick it into the third and final outer zone. Magic Mike doing a good job with this lead line. Brandon cutting the course, trying to gain that proximity. Wow. I can see this going one more time.
Definitely. I could definitely see that. But the proximity by Brandon Whitnick is a lot more consistent throughout the entire course.
True.
So here we go. Look at the initiation. Nice early initiation right there. Nice line by Mike Pollard. Yeah, he filled out outer zone 1, but here is Brandon Whitnick really starting to apply the pressure, especially through here. Outer zone 2, really nice lines by both of them. But you can see Whitnick is a lot closer than Mike was through there. But here in the outer zone 3, you can see a little separation, but Whitnick really tries to reel it back in right there at the end. I'm impressed by both drivers, but man, I mean, like you said, it could go one more time.
We'll see. We're about to find out, folks. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. If you guys have been hanging here with us since 12 o'clock, thank you. Because it has been what a day, especially if you are here live and you have been spectating here at Emerald Coast Dragway. Thank you so much for staying with. Hopefully you've been staying hydrated and you've been taking advantage of all our vendors and sponsors out here. We want to thank Klutch Kickers for bringing out all their apparel, and hopefully the spectators here have taken advantage of that, bringing home souvenirs. We want to thank Funhaver, making their first time visit with us over here at Klutch Kickers, selling apparel and accessories. The Island Resort Hotel, once again, I said it is going to be the home of the after party. So if you still have energy after this long day, come to the Island Resort and Hotel and rub elbows with all the drivers and the judges and the staff. Also want to thank Frozen Yeti, providing shaved ice, nachos, pretzels, and lemonade. Sherry's Concession, award-winning sweet tea, as I got to sample earlier. Universal Technical Institute, UTI, offering fast-paced, hands-on training for an in-demand career. Grip Royal steering wheel provided not just sponsorship, but also prizes for the winners today. Kensei Wheels, Cosmo Tires, Liquid Molly, Dippin' Dots, and Juan's Tacos, which I heard are actually phenomenal. Didn't get a chance to sample those, but I did get some Dippin' Dots earlier, and I was super appreciative to that because we've been talking all. I've been on a verbal marathon. Me and you both, Noel Garcia.
One more time.
Oh, wow.
One more time. There you go. One more time. It's just not, you just can't tell. And why not just send them one more time? At this point, hey, let's get a definitive winner.
Yeah, absolutely. That means that we're going to be waiting for Dirk Stratton's third place battle to see who gets that. But between the loser of this battle here, we'll see who goes into third place, and then the winner goes against Alec Honadell in the final. But it's I believe both drivers are going to get tires and fuel because especially Magic Mike's car. I mean, that thing burns right through the tires.
It does. It does. They want to make sure to get in fresh tires because they're battling quite possibly for $10,000. Correct? I mean, what's that place here? First place is going to get $10,000. Second place is going to get $5,000. Third place is going to get $3,500, and all three, first, second, and third, will also get a Grip Royal steering wheel. Fourth place is going to get $1,000. Fifth place, $500. And this is something that you don't see often, or actually hardly ever in drifting, is 6th through 16th place finishers today will receive $400. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
They're giving away $400. Top 16 payouts. That is huge. We want to thank Mike Castleberry and his staff here for Klutch Kickers for putting on a phenomenal show and just providing a venue and a place for drivers to come and test their skills against each other, right? We spoke earlier. A lot of people, you'll see complaints are saying, oh, you know, it's not fair. You see grassroots drivers going against these pro-level drivers and pro cars. But let me tell you something. There's not a driver here competing today that would make that complaint. All the drivers, we saw Will Couch came out here, first event out here, drifting, doing phenomenal, making his run, taking out some of those big drivers, putting his skills to the test is what he actually told us when we ran into him in the pits. He said, I came out here to see how I can do against these drivers. So it's an amazing experience as a driver. You're going to just go door-to-door action with some of the best drivers in the world.
Yep.
And learn from them. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing Alec Honadell coming through here. But just to touch on that point, yeah, a lot of people do complain, why are the pro cars there? I mean, if you had a chance to drive against a pro car, wouldn't you take that opportunity, a pro car with a pro driver, just to prove to yourself that you can hang with them? Even if you lose, I mean, it's just the experience.
Right. Being able to go side by side and catch up with the drivers, right? So say you drive the same car as one of these drivers. You can come there. These drivers have a wealth of information. And a lot of times we talk about how serious are you planning to get into drifting? Do you just want to stay in grassroots? Do you want to try to develop a program? Well, what better place to not just be able to test your skills against these world-class drivers, but also get a chance to learn from how to develop a program. Well, here you go, folks. As you see on the screen, the final battle so far, we have Alec Honadell is going to be in the final battle. So we're going to see who is he going to go up against.
Between Brandon Wicknick
or Mr. Mike Pollard.
Yeah.
We got one more time battle for that for sure.
Yeah, so I believe they are getting fuel and tires.
Yep. And Klutch Kickers bringing us second season of the $100,000 drift series with payouts that has not been seen in drifting very rarely, not in the States anyways.
Yeah.
$10,000 for first place, $5,000 for second. I mean, it's just even a top 16 payout, right? Typically, first, second, and third place is all that wins anything. They're paying out top 16. That's phenomenal.
I was thinking, forget pro cars, get stock cars.
Stock cars?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Just everybody stock cars.
Oh, just give everybody stock 350Zs is probably what it'd have to be, right? And have them battle it out. That would be an interesting. That'd be an interesting competition, right? That would level the playing field. Everybody run the same exact car, same platform, same wheels. That would be fun.
And quiet, probably.
And it'll actually help the drivers make some money since it'll be a lot cheaper to operate those cars.
It would be a lot cheaper to
So
operate.
let's say you're one of these top drivers and you win every single event through the year, plus get qualified first in every event, plus obviously you get the championship. So you got $55,000 between the events and qualifying, and $5,000 for the championship.
Wow.
So that's $60,000 that you could potentially
receive. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we're talking about, but let's be honest here. Drifting with stock cars, we want to see some high-powered stuff as well. I mean, it's all fun. I mean, every aspect of drifting to me is great. I love high-powered cars, low-powered cars.
But it would make for an interesting competition. Maybe not this level, but to just throw all these drivers and just grab the top 16 drivers from this season, and maybe get somebody to donate 16 350Zs and just have a top 16 battle royale, all in 350Zs with the same tires. That would be pretty fun.
That would be fun.
It would be mayhem. Those guys would be just all out and going crazy in those little 350Zs, and we'd have to be giving out free earmuffs because it'd be great visually, but torture to the ears.
They'd just be hearing some highly strung Chewbacca's all over the track.
Yeah. Definitely not going to be a fun weekend for sure, but unless you're driving.
Yeah, absolutely. Still waiting on the drivers to get fuel and tires ready. Obviously, this one more time battle. It's very hard fought. Everybody wants to make it to the finals and go up against Alec Honadell, which has been proving himself to be the best up to now in this season, as he is leading the points and creating a bigger gap in the points throughout this event.
Yeah.
So,
Alec Honadell, years of experience, obviously a proven driver. We see him out here giving it his all. His family, support of his family. We always see his dad out here with him, helping in his program, and just a good chance to. We got a good chance to interview him last round, catch up with him. So it's great to be able to meet these drivers and not just watch them on the screen, but be able to talk to them one-on-one. Unfortunately, we don't get too much time to really get deep in our conversation, but where you can get really up and close and personal will be tonight at the Island Beach Resort and Hotel. If you go to the after party, you'll be able to hang out with these guys. Like I said, all these drivers have just been phenomenal in their hospitality, their humbleness, and just sharing whatever information and experience that they have with those new drivers.
absolutely. We do see Magic Mike right there, right before the burnout box. He's waiting for Brandon Wicknick to come out and play. We are about to get started on the one more time battle in the final four. There comes Brandon Wicknick out of his pits, driving down the road here.
So that's a beautiful view of the track there. He gives you an idea. A lot of drivers have left already. A lot of these drivers come from all across the country. As I mentioned before, Magic Mike takes almost a 20-something hour drive to get here.
Yeah.
Right. So this time it's paid off. You know, his hard work and stick-to-itiveness, as you want to call it, is paid off for him. It's putting him deep into the competition here. But you know, the drivers that are left are here to just cheer on their friends as they go into this competition. So right now it looks like, Brandon Wicknick in there getting his tires all warmed up. Now I do have to mention that one thing that's interesting about the Klutch Kickers track that you're not used to seeing too much, at least as a driver, is the sun is starting to set. And as the sun starts to set, that track starts to cool down. The grip on this track becomes so much greater that a lot of times you'll see the drivers that were hanging on the outer edge of the track, you'll start seeing them running in line because the grip is starting to develop. As the track cools and the oil starts to seep back down into the concrete, it just makes for a very sticky surface. So we'll see how this is going to come into play as that sun sets and they go in to the one more time battle between Brandon Wicknick and Mr. Mike Pollard.
Very excited to see this one more time battle. This is going to be epic, and they are off.
There we go. Brandon out the gate. Magic Mike Pollard trying to get right on his back bumper. Wow, Brandon's slowing down just a little bit, it looked like. Mike Pollard holding it together, getting almost right on the back of Brandon Wicknick's car as they make their way through the first outer zone. Flinging it in, Mr. Brandon Wicknick through the touch and go. And get in deep into that second outer zone. Magic Mike getting almost right on the back of Brandon's car as they make their way. Flicking it into the third and final outer zone. There you go. Magic Mike trying to surge forward, close that gap, impress those judges as they make their way out the track. It's a nice, solid, consistent chase run by Mr. Mike Pollard, but a great lead run by Brandon Wicknick.
Yeah, it definitely gave Mike Pollard redemption to be able to chase like that on Brandon Wicknick. Brandon Wicknick has been proven to everybody that he is pretty fast around this track once the car is in drift. There he goes through the touch and go area, and Mike Pollard giving chase. Outer zone 2, Mike Pollard really putting on a lot of pressure and keeping to the same line, not cutting the line to gain proximity. This is where Mike Pollard does cut a little bit, but not too bad there as both drivers cross the finish line. I'm excited to see how this turns out. Here we go.
All right, Magic Mike, he's out in front. Brandon, he's going to want to get right on that back bumper of Mr. Magic Mike. Magic Mike throwing a lot of angle, working his way through the first outer zone, already starting to pour out smoke, bringing it back nice and tight on that inside clip. Wow, Magic Mike, he wants this victory. He wants it back with Brandon right there with him, trying to shove it right into his door as they get
come out of the second outer zone, flicking into the third and final outer zone. Brandon trying to impress the judges as well as they make their way out the track. And there you go. Another tough call for the judges, if you ask me.
Ooh, man, I do not envy them at all. That was a very hard fought battle. Of course, Magic Mike, here we go with the BC Racing replay. Nice early entry, knocks one of the entry cones off. Magic Mike could have filled out outer zone 1 a little bit better there. Transitioning into the touch and go, you can see that Brandon Wicknick is still applying pressure all over. Actually doing really good through outer zone 2. Maybe doesn't hold the same line that Magic Mike did. You could see he was trying to come off the outer zone there, but overall great proximity by Brandon Wicknick.
I don't know. I'm really liking Magic Mike in this one.
Yeah, I think so as
I don't
well.
know. We'll see. We'll see as the judges are going to deliberate. And wow, what a day! What a day! What a day! What a day! I can see Mr. Randy Noah there sitting behind the line, trying to root on some of his buddies as they're finishing off this day. I don't think he's, he did well today, but there he is. Mr. Randy Noah. What's Randy Noah? Can you raise your hand? I don't know if Randy Noah can hear me.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Unfortunately,
maybe there's loud cars around, so. But yeah, what I did notice, Brandon Wicknick, great proximity, but through outer zone 2, you could see he wasn't as deep into outer zone 2 as Mike was, meaning he was slightly cutting the line a little bit just to keep proximity.
Yeah.
So,
like Captain Bennett said earlier, like we had a very similar situation with Brandon Wicknick and Taylor Ray, where they went one more time.
Yeah.
So this may be a repeat of that. So it may not just come down to drivers, but it also may come down to these cars and how they can just handle that consistent abuse. Well, the drivers though as well, trying to maintain that consistency, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. It becomes tough on the driver to maintain that because go over so much and the run so much that you start getting fatigued over time, mentally and physically, and it gets to a point where you will make a mistake at some point.
Well, or the car just falls apart.
Yeah, the car just gives up and can't take the abuse anymore. So we shall see. Definitely not an easy call for the judges. Wow. All right, once again, just like final few shout outs as we round out this event. Island Resort Hotel, BC Racing Coilovers. Thank you all for sponsoring Klutch Kickers $100,000 Drift Series. Chase Bays, Drift HQ, Grip Royal was official steering wheel, Ignite Racing Fuel, Nitrous Outlet, RTS Race Tech Services, Kensei Wheels, Tire Streets, Action Clutch, Liquid Molly, and Zach in the camera right there as he comes by. Cosmo Tires, Lucky Labo, ECU Masters, and the vendors we had out this weekend. We want to thank them as well, and hopefully all the spectators, you supported our sponsors because they support this event.
Here we go, Magic Mike with the. Yeah, we can announce that.
All right, I guess so. Magic Mike, I guess, gets the win. So now we're going to have a final battle. It looks like Magic Mike is going to go against Alec Hunnadale.
Wow. I thought that was a stretcher for a moment.
Yeah, but we are going to be seeing Brandon Wicknick.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure because I didn't see it on the...
Yeah. We're going to be seeing Brandon Wicknick going up against the... Oh, yes, Dirk Stratton. How can I forget? That's...
It's getting late. We've been talking.
We've been talking
for
a while.
What, 6 hours, 7 hours almost? I can't even count.
Yeah, no, it's been about 7 hours now. But hey, I mean, what an event up to now. I mean, it's been great. Every time we come out to this venue and for these events, I mean, it's been an absolute experience. If you have not come out to a Klutch Kickers event, either as a spectator or a driver, I mean, you need to make it out here. If you do not want to compete, remember, Klutch Kickers does have fun day events where you can drive on the same track that you're seeing the $100,000 Drift Series drivers drive on.
Yeah, I got a chance to come out to a fun day last December. and it was phenomenal. 2 full days of drifting. I had a blast. Came out here. It was really cold.
Yeah.
I decided to camp out in the truck. You can camp out on the track, but it made it for a great weekend. Survived the cold, able to come here in tandem with some of these guys, and so I had a blast. I highly recommend coming out here and bringing your car and drifting with all the locals out here at Klutch Kickers and Emerald Coast Dragway.
So tell me, since you had the experience of driving on this track, what is seat time like on this track?
So seat time is phenomenal on this track. They run a hot lap, so the biggest challenge for me as a driver coming to this track was trying to maintain my tire wear.
Right,
because you're going around the track repeated over and over and over again. If you're not paying attention to your tire wear, well, you blow through your tires much quicker. So me being a rookie out here going around the Emerald Coast Dragway, I was blistering just about every tire that I came out to, because once you get on the track, you're going around, you see the exit, you just want to keep on going. It is so much fun out here to come out and check out a fun day. I just highly recommend it. But like I said, get some tire squirters in, or just be mindful. They do, I believe, half-hour sessions of hot laps, so you just go around and around and around until your tires blow or you run out of tires. I had an amazing time. I went through about 8 tires, and I don't even really have that much power. And but like I said, a lot of that came down to me not paying attention to my tire wear.
Absolutely. So yeah, guys, if you have the opportunity to come out here, then do it. I mean, it's definitely, it's a fun track. I haven't driven on it yet, but just looking at it is a blast.
Yeah, but we're going to go ahead and take a commercial, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. We see the sun is starting to set here. We see the lights getting turned on. And this is going to wrap up. We're getting close to the end of this round 4 of the Klutch Kickers $100,000 Drift Series. All you guys that are still here and hanging out at Emerald Coast Dragway, hats off to you, because it has been a brutally hot day. I just want to thank everybody that's here. I want to thank all the staff. I want to thank Mr. Mike Castleberry and his crew for putting this event together and making it what it is today. I want to thank all the sponsors as well, and everybody in the live stream that's been commenting. Yeah, we've been seeing them all, and you know, we are just so thankful for having everybody here. And right now, we're thankful to watch this battle as Dirk Stratton is going to lead, and Brandon Whitnick is giving chase. Brandon starting a little far back as they work their way through the first outer zone, but Dirk is just pouring out a smoke cloud already as they make their way into the touch and go, getting nice and deep. Well, probably could have got a little closer. Brandon Whitnick hanging back Dirk Stratton doing a good job filling out that second outer zone. Brandon trying to get there right with him, door to door, toe to toe, as they make their way through the third and final outer zone. Dirt dropping there is Dirk Stratton. Well, we'll see how that's going to affect the score, but that was a pretty good lead run by Mr. Dirk Stratton.
Yeah, that was a good lead run overall. Brandon Whitnick trying to put on the pressure throughout the entire course. Here we go with the BC Racing replay. Nice early initiation by Dirk Stratton. Dirk going pretty close to all the way through the outer zone 1 there. Good job on inner clip. Okay on touch and go. He could have gotten a little closer, but look at the outer zone 2 line. But look, there is Brandon Whitnick putting on the pressure and then transitioning into outer zone 3. There's that dirt drop that Dirk Stratton committed right there. And then, of course, Brandon Whitnick trying to put on the pressure even as Dirk was dropping into the dirt. And there's Brandon Whitnick, always excited. He's saying, tap my door.
He's giving him a little door tap sign. He's saying, all right, come on, Dirk. I'm going to lead. I want you right into the door here as they work their way around this track. So that's what's great about Brandon Whitnick. He likes those hard-fought battles. He likes to go door to door and just bang doors with the best of them. And Dirk Stratton is definitely the best of them as we starting to round off this third and fourth battle here of the Klutch Kickers round 4 $100,000 drift series. And you can start, there you go, you can see the Oracle lighting, you can see the graphics on the side of Dirk Stratton's car starting to light up. One of my favorite cars out here, especially at night, as that sun starts to set and that side door just glows. Oracle lighting. It's a beautiful, beautiful car.
Yeah, you also see the Oracle lighting LEDs underneath the car as well, giving off all the colors and everything. It's always entertaining to see that. We're waiting for something here.
They're cleaning up the track.
Yeah, is it cleanup? Okay, yeah, because the dirt drop, yeah.
Yep. See Zach right there at the front line, the gray shirt. Zach is he's one of the he's like almost the backbone of this series here, as he puts forth hours and hours and hours of his time outside of the events, just making sure everything goes smoothly. From, I believe he writes the rule book and comes together with all the other staff members just to make this event what it is today. It's great to see everybody out here pouring their heart, soul, blood, sweat, and tears into making this event happen. It's second year, looking on a third year.
Yeah.
With bigger and better things. It's exciting to see what Klutch Kickers has been able to accomplish in just 1.5, almost 2 short seasons.
Okay, here we go.
All right, there you go. Brandon Whitnick taking off down the straight. Dirk Stratton almost right behind him. They both initiate. Dirk Stratton tucking right almost into the back of Brandon's car. That's what Brandon was asking for. Brandon wants it right on his door, and I think he's going to get what he asked for. Here we go. The Oracle lighting, C6 Corvette of Dirk Stratton attacking as they go through the second outer zone, and they flick it into the third and final outer zone, and they make their way through. Brandon doing a good job filling the outer zone, but Dirk Stratton right there with him.
Wow, what an impressive run by both drivers. I will say that Dirk Stratton was a little bit better through outer zone 1. I think that will probably be the difference maker here, but let's see what we have on the BC Racing replay. Great initiation, especially on the chase, in simultaneous initiation by Dirk Stratton there.
Yeah. Dirk's doing a great job.
Yeah, Dirk's doing an excellent job through the course. Perfect chase run by Dirk Stratton there, just following exactly where Brandon is going throughout the entire course. Yeah, so we'll see. We are not going to have the results of this battle just yet unless it's a one more time.
Correct. Well, everybody hanging out by the finish line there, anxious to see who's going to move on or take this win. I know we know Brandon Whitnick and Dirk Stratton have been here all day, just battling it out, battling the heat and keeping their cars going, changing tires, keeping hydrated, all those things that just are required to make a full event, especially here at Klutch Kickers. It's been a beautiful day. Thankfully, no rain. So we've been able to see consistent runs. We haven't had to take any timeouts, and there really hasn't been many issues that I've seen. Today we've been having, for the most part, a lot of straightforward runs.
Yep.
In the past, we've seen third, fourth place and first and second place almost be decided before the battles because cars were breaking down and not able to finish the event.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to see that. We want to see battles that lead to winners. We don't want to see cars breaking down that lead to winners, and neither do the drivers. Drivers want to earn their victories. They want to come out here and they want to test their skills up against their friends and other drivers from around the country and around the world. We had drivers from all the way over from Brazil, so it was great to see some world-class drivers coming over here and trying their hand at competition in the Klutch Kickers $100,000 Drift Series.
Absolutely, and we've had some events even this year where it's gone till midnight.
Yeah, we got a winner for this battle, but that'll be announced at the award ceremony.
All right.
All right.
So
and we're going to move on to, I believe, our final battle.
Nice.
Between Alec Honadale and Magic Mike Pollard.
Wow.
Wow.
This is it. This is the battle we've been waiting for. And Magic Mike Pollard. Okay, let's just talk about Magic Mike Pollard here for a second. He has been like I said, over and over again, that he's been fighting gremlins in his car and he's having his car taking him out of competition. This man drives almost 20-something hours to get here to compete every round, and he has made it to the final battle. You know, Magic Mike must be beyond stoked right now to be going against Alec Honadale for the final battle.
Absolutely, and when you see him line up in the car, he's dancing in the car. He's feeling good, right? But he does have a tall mountain to climb with Alec Honadale. We know how consistent he's been, but Magic Mike, with all the luck he's had this year, finally making it to the finals. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for both drivers, honestly, because they're both phenomenal drivers. Let's see what comes onto the track now.
Yep. All right. We got Alec Honadale on the ISR 240SX and Magic Mike in a 240SX as well. Gold and black. Wow. Alec Honadale putting a gap on Mr. Magic Mike as they work their way into the first outer zone. Magic Mike closing that gap, managed to almost suck it right on the door as they make their way into the second outer zone. There you go, Magic Mike in for the attack, trying to get right on the door of Mr. Alec Honadale as they make their way into the third and final outer zone. Magic Mike trying to apply as much pressure as he can, but Alec putting a commanding lead run, putting the car in all the right places. Give it up for Alec Honadale and Mr. Magic Mike Pollard, putting on a show for everybody that's here.
Absolutely. I didn't think Magic Mike was going to be able to close that gap right off the beginning. You can see right here, just off to the races is Alec Honadale, but look at the way Magic Mike was able to cut through and gain proximity. Great job by Alec on the touch and go, but look at the proximity through here. Outer Zone 2. These are two of the best drivers in the series, and they're really putting pressure on each other. Of course, Alec Honadale with his consistency, but Magic Mike with his style and proximity is...
Yeah, well, here they go. They're off at it again. Magic Mike out front. Alec Honadale almost right behind them as they enter into the first outer zone. Wow, Magic Mike always throws a nice, lot of angle to that first outer zone, filling it almost completely. But Alec Honadale right there. Ooh, Alec Honadale a little bomby there as he transitioned into the touch and go. I thought it was going to affect his score. But Magic Mike's not letting it phase him as he gets out of outer zone number 2, throwing a lot of angle. Alec Honadale sticking right there with them. Magic Mike full on the throttle. Alec Honadale bellowing smoke out. They make their way off the track. Wow, that was an exciting run.
What an incredible final we've seen up to now. I need to see what happened there going through the first inner clip there, because it looked like Alec Honadale got choked up. Great
After
early
you
in.
shall receive, my friend.
And you can see that Magic Mike not filling outer zone 1, but right there you can see that Magic Mike kind of choked up Alec Honadale through there. But Alec Honadale still putting the proximity right onto Magic Mike's door.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to disagree with you, but Magic Mike, he didn't fill out the complete outer zone number 1, but he got deep into outer zone towards the end, and he was able to bring it back in nice and tight on an inside clip, and he flicked it nice into that that touch and go. So I don't know. Unfortunately, Alec was able to put a nice sized gap on Magic Mike in his lead run. So I don't know how much that's going to play, but Magic Mike, the way he was able to close that gap so smoothly, sweeping through the first outer zone.
Yeah.
I see highs and lows for both drivers, and I am so glad right now. I don't want to be a judge right now.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's definitely going to be a tough one. Who knows? We've seen it. We've seen it before. We're not going to call it right now, but I mean, it could go one more time, but that's not our decision. we'll see what the judges have to say. And if there is a winner, it will be at the winner's circle ceremony at the end of the event.
And we want to thank everybody for joining as you get a nice look at the sky view up high in the sky from our drone here, showing who's left at the track. And as the sun's starting to set, you see the smoke working its way through the trees there. We're looking to see if we got a winner. Mike Pollard versus Alec Honadale. Who got this win? We're not really too sure, but we're excited to just be a part of this event and be able to watch all these battles as these two drivers have just fought tooth and nail to work their way all the way up to the finals and to put on a great final battle here, presented to you by BC Racing Coilovers. We got Mike Pollard and Alec Honadale, and we're still waiting for the judges to make a call, and we may be going one more time, or we may be pulling up front and being able to announce the winners. We're going to find out shortly.
Yeah, somebody turned their lights off. That would be Alec Honadale. Car probably doesn't want to keep the car running too much.
Right, he wants to probably shut the car down and
keep it cool.
He may have to run that car one more time, so he wants to make sure that that car is ready to go if they have to get back in line and go at it again.
Absolutely.
Wow. So your favorite battle, Noel? What's your favorite battle of all time, or not all time, but what's your favorite battle today?
Man, favorite battle today. I mean, I would have to look back. Let me see the bracket real quick, because I know there's some.
Yeah, there's some great battles. You see Zach right there on the scooter. Like I said, he's doing a great job here, keeping it together. One more time. Oh, there you go, folks. One more time.
Well,
the judges weren't too sure, and neither were we. So let's get a winner. Do you guys not want to find like who's really going to take this home? Of course, we want a definitive winner. We want to see who's going to take this. Can Mike Pollard, can he hang with Alec Honadale one more time? Or is Alec Honadale, is he going to be able to put down that stellar run that he has before? I mean, it's just been a phenomenal day to watch all these drivers go at it. And now we're going to see the final round here go one more time, battle between Magic Mike Pollard and Mr. Alec Honadale.
Absolutely. So, I mean, this is obviously they do have to get fuel and tires for these cars because they do run right through them. But that's such a hard-fought battle. I can't wait to see it again. But going back to your question between my favorite battle, I would have to say, even though it was, not a surprising result in the sense of what you saw on track, Ben Julian versus Mike Pollard. Even though you saw Ben Julian hit the wall, his aggressiveness
was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But hold that thought, folks. We're going to go to commercial and pay some bills. Don't go anywhere.
Alrighty, here we go, and we're back. And like we said before, this has been an amazing night, and we are pulling up to the line right now. Alec Hundale, Mike Pollard in their one more time battle for first and second. What a day this has been. And what's on the line, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. 10th place for the first place winner, $5,000 goes to the second place winner, $3,500 for a third, $1,000 for fourth, $500 for fifth. But it looks like the drivers are locked and loaded. Alec Hundale, he's going to lead. Mike Pollard is going to give chase, and out the gate. There we go. Mike Pollard going to try to get right on the back door of Alec Hundale. Alec Hundale puts a nice wide lead line as he makes his way through the first outer zone, but Mike Pollard right there with him as he jumps in, and he's going to try to tuck in the pocket and attack, search for it through the second outer zone, and he does a great job at it. There's Mike Pollard door to door with Alec Hundale coming out of the second outer zone, and they're working their way through the third outer zone. Alec pulling maybe about a car distance on Mike Pollard. Wow. Great lead run by Mr. Alec Hundale. Mike Pollard almost there, right there with him.
Very impressive by both drivers there. You could see right here on the BC Racing replay, super aggressive entry by Alec Hundale. But of course, the Magic Mike is no stranger to that. Here we go, transitioning into the touch and go. Look how close Alec was to that wall there, and then going through the outer zone number 2, you can see that a little dirt drop by Alec Hundale there, and then this is where Alec starts to pull away just a little bit, but I think Pollard still had a great chase run throughout the whole course. Here we go.
Wow, they're back right into it. They didn't even stop, and here they go. Initiating is Mike Pollard in the lead. Wow, Alec Hundale dropping a tire on entry, and as they make their way through the first outer zone, Mike Pollard filling out that outer zone, coming back into the touch and go, doing a great job flicking it back into the second outer zone. Alec Hundale getting almost right on the door of Mike Pollard. Almost looks like he's pushing him, but Mike Pollard staying in it to win it as they make their way into the third and final outer zone. Mike Pollard putting a little gap on Mr. Alec Hundale. Wow. I want to hear everybody put their hands together and cheer on these two drivers, putting on an amazing show. For those of you that decided to just weather out this heat and stay here and watch this live in person, you are definitely getting rewarded tonight.
Let's take a look here, because I think there's certain sections where there was contact. Let's look right here on the touch and go. Yes, there was contact right there, but none of the cars were impeded by that contact, so they kept going. And then I think he was really trying to push through here, but then you can see that Alec Hundale falling back a little bit of a dirt drop by Mike Pollard, but
wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Alec Hundale dropping a tire on entry. I don't know what that's going to weigh on against him. I mean, I can easily see this going one more time, but we shall see as we eagerly await a judge's call. Both drivers putting down a phenomenal run, and I don't know. It's just been an amazing day here for everybody, the staff at Klutch Kickers, all the drivers here, just pouring their heart and soul, their blood, sweat, and tears, just to come out here and battle it out against each other. They're doing a phenomenal job, phenomenal job with some hard-fought battles and just some great friends out here having a good time as well.
Yeah, I mean, this event has been unreal throughout the entire day. Such amazing driving and battles. I can't imagine this going any better almost than what we saw today. This was extremely entertaining.
It's awesome because the cars are holding together, and the drivers are just going back to back. I mean, they barely even stopped at the start line when they went around the second time. We weren't even really finished talking about their first run, and the next thing you know, they're going back down the track again. All these drivers eager to drive, very eager to compete against each other, and it shows in just the amazing battle they have. And there you go, the judges. A long day getting splashed with mud all in the face. Oh, I can see it. They're all tired. Everybody's looking to go back to the Island Resort Hotel for the after party and just rehydrate, as I'm sure they call it. But those of you, please join us for round 5 in October. And we're going to see who the champion is, and we're going to see some more great battles to come.
Absolutely. I mean, round 5, everybody's going to be going after Alec Hundale so hard because he is the man to catch. it looks like there is a decision because I see Mike Pollard.
Yeah, judges
up.
have a decision. Sorry to cut you off. So we need all first, second, third, fourth, and fifth place drivers to come to the front for the award ceremony.
All right.
Because we got some checks to hand out.
All right, now is the time these drivers have been waiting for. Yes, they're out here to have fun. They're out here to shred tires with their buddies. They're out here to have a good time, but money is nice, right?
Yeah.
Money can help recuperate what they've spent in their cars. So we need the first through fifth place drivers all to make their way down front and center, right in front of the judges' booth. Line up your cars and come get your check. Come get your money, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're here for. You didn't come here. I mean, you came here to have a good time, but more than anything, hey, you've earned your spot in the top 5 drivers, so you should also be able to be rewarded to be in those spots.
Absolutely. Of course, we see Brandon McDowell pulling up to the podium ceremony here. And, wow, I mean, everybody in the top 5 has been driving their heart out today. This has been one of the best events I've seen in a while.
Well, okay. I mean, like you're saying, it has been one of the best events. It's been one of the you know, we've been playing with bad weather, right? We've been playing with hurricanes and tornadoes and and just everything you could imagine, floods, land. I don't know, just tremendous amount of diversity in weather that we've had here, and just some of the drivers being plagued in the end of the competition with mechanical failures. Today, all the drivers made it out with their cars in one piece. There's Brandon McDowell. Give a big thumbs up to this man. This man had hard-fought battle. And there's Mr. Alec Honadale in the ISR 240SX. All these drivers. Magic Mike looking like he's tired. You're going to get some rehydration, hopefully. He's got a long ride. That man is a hard-fought battle. He has been making his way back to Klutch Kickers. Look, give that man some love. Give all these drivers some love. Yeah, he probably smells pretty bad right now, but you can tell us a little bit of distance there. I mean, Dan got kind of close. It's Officer Dan as he's just going on, just giving a nice hug, man. Look at that. Is that sportsmanship or what? I mean,
absolutely.
Judges coming down, making sure all the drivers know that they appreciate the effort that they put forward, making sure that they realize how much not just the judges appreciate the show that they put on, but also the show that they put on for all the spectators and the people that tune in around the world to watch these drivers. You guys, whether or not you know it, you 5 are world-class material, and I want you guys to be able to walk away today and know that you 5 drivers are some of the world's best. And we come out here, we watch you guys over and over again, put everything on the line, put your blood, sweat, and tears in the vehicles, and just been able to put on a phenomenal show. So just from myself, Noel Garcia, and Captain Ben here at Drift Sessions, it's been an honor and a pleasure to not just watch you guys compete, but also to be able to commentate and just inform the audience on exactly what's going on today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, yeah, as you said, these 5 drivers absolutely put their heart out on the track. They are very deserving of being where they're at today. I mean, are we going to start announcing now?
I think we're going to go ahead and get into it. And this man right here, he has been banging doors. He's super aggressive on his entry. I mean, he's just been wilding out all day, putting tons of smoke, shredding tires, and he's holding that bottle pretty tight. I don't know, what is he going to do with that thing?
Hey, he's waiting for you.
He's a two-fister right there. All right, Mr. Brandon McDowell taking 5th place in round 4 of the $100,000 Drift Series. Congratulations in the ISR Performance 350Z. All right. What? Are you getting started early, Magic Mike? Whoa. Keep it in the bottle, guys. Keep it in the bottle. We want to wait till the end. You're going to need ammunition when you find out who the winner is, that's for sure. All right, now we're going to go to the battle between 3rd and 4th place. This was an extremely hard-fought battle. Both gentlemen, amazing drivers, putting on an amazing show. Hey, you're getting started early, son. You want to hold on to that. Put your thumb in, put a cork in it. We're going to go ahead and congratulate the 4th place winner, Mr. Dirk Stratton, taking away 4th place, which is going to have Brandon Whitnick taking 3rd. Give these gentlemen a round of applause. Whoa, you stand up there. Don't slip off, my friend. Don't slip off. There you go. 4th place.
gets $1,000. Mr. Dirk Stratton, we want to congratulate him, an Oracle Lighting C6 Corvette. And Mr. Brandon Whitnick celebrating already early celebration. Hopefully going to save some of that celebration for the after party. We're going to get him his check. Third place, Mr. Brandon Whitnick, $3,500 in the Icon 240SX. Mr. Brandon Whitnick, always a pleasure. Now, this is what you guys have been waiting for. This man on the right here, he's been coming repeatedly, driving across the country, putting his blood, sweat, and tears. And Alec, #1 competitor, always throwing down. But I have to, unfortunately, announce one person as the loser. Not really loser, because you're still second, and one person as the winner. But I'm going to announce the first place winner. The first place winner is the driver of the Nissan 240SX. Oh, wait, they both have 240SXs. Okay, so let me be more specific. Your first place winner for round 4 Klutch Kickers, $100,000 Drift Series, Mr. Alec Hunnadale. Give it up for Mr. Alec Hunnadale, taking home first place. Magic Mike Pollard taking home second. Wow, you got to give all these guys, spray each other, get each other wet. This is what we like to see, a good celebration. Drink it down, fellas. Hopefully we can see you guys all at the after party at the Island Resort Hotel. Once again, I want to thank all our sponsors. Island Resort Hotel being the official accommodation of the $100,000 Drift Series. Thank you, Mr. Alec Hunnadale. There's his check, $10,000. First place finisher, #1 in points. Is he going to take it home? He just might take it all the way. Folks, also, we want to just thank you, BC Racing Coilovers, Chase Bays, Drift HQ, Grip Royal Steering Wheel, Ignite Racing Fuel, Nitrous Outlet, RTS, Race Tech Services, Kensei Wheels, Tire Streets, Action Clutch, Liquid Molly, Cosmo Tires, Lucky Labo, and ECU Master. Amongst all the vendors, we want to thank you as well. Klutch Kickers for just selling all your apparel, coming out here, and we just want to support you. Fun Haver, making your first time. Thank you for making the trip out here, Fun Haver, and just being a part of Klutch Kickers. Again, Island Resort Hotel, Frozen Yeti, Shaved Ice, Sherry's Concession Stand, Universal Technical Institute, Grip Royal, Kensei Wheels, Cosmo Tires, Liquid Molly, Dippin' Dots, Juan's Tacos, and everybody that made this event possible. Mike Castleberry and his crew of Klutch Kickers. There you go. Drink it up, Mr. Brandon McDowell. Drink it up. Finish that bottle. Quitting's for... Nobody likes a quitter. All right, folks. We thank you so much. We enjoyed having you. Magic Mike, what a story. Coming back to round 4, played with issues in the past, but his car held together, and he showed that he is in contention, and he can take just about any driver out. Folks, it looks like that's about it for us. There's Mr. Dwayne Ramsey congratulating Magic Mike. I've been on a verbal marathon. Me and Noel Garcia, Captain Ben, all with Drift Sessions. You guys can check us out on Drift Sessions, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. More importantly, stay tuned to round 5 of the Klutch Kickers $100,000 Drift Series. Thank you, everybody. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here today with all these winners.
Good night.
Good night.
Right here, guys. Right here, guys. Mike, Brandon, face this light so they get good pictures of us. Media, you need a picture with the light. Order, how do you want that? Alec, get in the middle. There you go. Everybody good? Awesome. Woo! Sorry. What, you got one Fargo out there? Yeah, you got a bus here. Yeah, right. That means you come back, right? Oh, you say yeah. Oh, I know. Oh, yeah. Hey, can I get a picture with the third place loser? Yeah. Okay. Damn, man, you gotta be done with this. Here, you want me to take a picture?
Good. You look solid. The only difference, the tire drop.
Outside zone.
Yeah, you tire dropped and you made a little bobble. He didn't follow you as close. You followed him closer with that little bobble.
I'm starting to thank you for the explanation because that helps me.
Try to get in on that.
I've seen your videos.
Oh, I know. There you go.
I'll watch your videos.
You ready? Next. All right, they're getting ready to pull the cars out. All right, they're about to go. Thank you.
Stand here, face this way. Yeah, so the light. Hey, I'll talk to you after.
Yeah, it did open up to 5.
Like people that live there say he's been there for weeks and no one's got him. I was this close to getting him. Yeah, because I was outside, yeah. Saving a bird.
Well, you'll be rewarded. You're being rewarded now. Let me know. Check, check, 1, 2, check, check. I'm pretty sure we're gonna want to wait till we got Mike right behind us. So I don't know. Sorry, man. Watch out. All right, check 1, 2, check, 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 1, 2. How does it? Are we good? All right. I gotta prep, man. I gotta prep. All right, guys. Welcome to. Start that one over, man. I didn't think it. All right. Noel Garcia here from Drift Sessions. I'm here with the round 4 winner of the $100,000 series, Alec Honadel. Alec, tell us how your day went. I mean, all the challenges and everything you have to go through to be here.
Yeah, today was definitely a long day. It started off strong with a bye run, and then we blew a tranny on that bye run, which is like the 3rd tranny we've gone through out here. And then we had just nothing but great competitors throughout the whole bracket. You know, I mean, not one battle was an easy battle, but we ended up making it after a few one more times. We're up here on the podium, so I couldn't be happier.
I mean, everybody's gunning after you now, especially with the championship. We have Brandon Wicknick doing burnouts there, but everybody's gunning after you in the championship. You stretched the lead out a little bit more today. How are you feeling going into round 5? What are you looking for, and who do you think you have to take down?
I mean, what we came here this weekend to do was obviously try to get first place to extend that gap. I got to go back home, calculate everything, and see exactly where we're sitting. I know Ben Julian is doing a hell of a job competing, keeping his points up. thankfully for me, he got knocked out a little bit earlier than I did. Not much. I think it was final 4 or 8 or something. So he made it pretty far down. So his points are going to be pretty similar to mine. So I really want to see how it pans out. And then, like you said, next round, my head's going to be chopped off. So we'll see.
Obviously, as a driver, you work really hard coming out here and everything. How are you going to relax today after the event?
I'm going to go play with my dogs, my ferrets, go make sure that everybody's good and go chill. Probably go get some Mexican food and go home.
Sounds like a plan. Guys, this is the round 4 winner of the $100,000 series here at Klutch Kickers, Alec Honadell. Alec, thank you so much. You have a great night. Enjoy yourself, man. You worked hard.
Thank you for great commentary as well. I love it.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. All right, guys, stay tuned for more.
He drives really well. This thing's like a tire and then bump stops doing things. He's not doing nose release. This one drove his ass off. He drove weird up. No, he's like,
Hey everyone, this is Michael Castleberry here, owner of Klutch Kickers. I just wanted to reach out to everybody and say thank you for watching, thank you for coming out, thank you for supporting all of us here at Klutch Kickers. We built this track, we built this series for the drivers, and it has been so much fun. And we really appreciate everybody and everybody wanting to give back and everybody wanting to support all of us. And all we're doing is taking that support and passing it along to the drivers. We have drivers this weekend from all over the country, all over the world. We got a couple guys here from Brazil this weekend, and we have just grown each and every event. My wife and I, we work the front gate. I just finished cooking about 20 hamburgers and 20 hot dogs and stuff for all of our volunteers and support staff here. This is family owned, family operated, and I think when you come to these events and you watch these events, you'll see from the top down, it's all about us caring about our team and our drivers. So again, from the bottom of our hearts here at Klutch Kickers and all of our team, we thank you for your support and we appreciate it.
Nice and wide. Alec known to fill the zones where he's supposed to put the car where it needs to be. Yeah, what do you guys think?